Comic Bro and Tank with me. What's going on, fellas? How you doing?
What's going on? Good to
What's
be
going
back.
on?
Yeah, man. We've missed you, dude. It's been a while. I am having a little bit of technical difficulty, so I'm on my phone trying to speak up so you can hear me. So apologies for that. If it's too bad, I'll jump off and the guys will steer the ship while I figure that out. What's going on?
Pressure.
For you? You can handle it, dude. You're a pro.
Pressure.
No. We do have a guest we're gonna bring on in a little bit with us. Did I say cheers already? I don't know if I did, but I definitely need a drink right now.
Cheers.
You guys have a good week?
Yeah. Yeah, I had a good week. No complaints. Yeah. Couple of little things, but it's okay.
I got a couple of complaints. I'll file them later. Uh, as the show goes on later. Uh, any news or things we need to attend to before we get to the guest that we have with us tonight?
The thing that happened in Washington.
What happened in Washington?
The guy that rammed the cops and came out and killed killed the one Washington police officer.
Was that
It's
today,
pretty
bro?
great. It was like around 2 o'clock, I think, or
Yeah,
four
yeah.
o'clock. 4 o'clock this afternoon in Washington.
Holy cow! No, dude, I've been running around all day. I haven't watched any news.
Yeah, it's like I'm not sure exactly. Yeah, the gate crasher. He kind of rammed through with his car, and I don't know if he hit the guards or hit a barrier. But then what I understand is he jumped out the car and like stabbed one of them, and that officer died. And then I think they shot the shooter, and it's pretty. It seems like he was having some mental issues. Like a lot of stuff on his Instagram, his social media. He was putting out stuff about the FBI and the CIA, and his life wasn't going well. And I guess he just lost it.
Jesus, there seems to be something all the time now.
Yeah, it was pretty sad. You know what I did it where I went to a military funeral this Wednesday, which was
I was gonna ask you, yeah, because I remember you told me about that.
yeah, it was my brother's. I mean, my brothers, my son, my second, my son's one of my son's girlfriend's stepdad, and he was in Vietnam. So they did like a service for him. It was like an hour away from here, and they played taps and they did the whole flag ceremony. I had never attended anything like that, so it was very emotional. It was very. I'm glad I went. I'm glad I went
Where was it?
up in Boynton Beach. It's called the South Florida
Um,
National Cemetery. It's a military cemetery, and it's
Guys, we do have
pretty
a guest on board with us tonight.
it's pretty crazy.
We have Melissa by Lady. How you doing?
I'm great.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you guys for having me. I'm really excited to be here.
How you
Can you
doing?
I'm doing really well. I'm
Good.
up past my bedtime, but I'm doing really well.
Good.
Where are you located?
So
I am in Pennsylvania,
having
Eastern
some issues with
Pennsylvania.
my
It's okay, Randy.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's having problems.
yeah. Sorry, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we could hear you.
Okay. Sorry, Melissa. This is tonight.
it's all good.
It's all good.
So you're in Lee Valley, right?
One more time.
You're in Lehigh, right?
I am in Lehigh County, in the Lehigh Valley. Yes.
Tell me a little bit about that city. Is that a big town?
Oh my. Where I live. So, if you guys are familiar at all with Dorney Park, I live about 10 or 15 minutes away from Dorney Park. So Allentown, Lehigh Valley is really up and coming right now. This entire area from Easton to Bethlehem to Allentown, Macungie, all these neighboring, towns are really on the come up. There are developments being built everywhere. So I'm actually really grateful to be a part of that in a sense because it's like a mini New York happening.
Nice.
I moved
Cool.
out of New York to get out of the city, and here I am back in
So-
the city.
So you're from New York?
Yes, sir.
I was hearing the accent.
You know it. I'm from New York City, born and raised.
Well, did we lose the goat or no?
I don't know.
Man, he's frozen in his cool Thundercat
Am I
sweatshirt.
frozen?
You're frozen.
Yeah, you've been frozen.
You've been frozen for about 10 minutes, but we can hear you.
You guys take over, dude. I'm trying to work this out over here.
All right. So where in New York are you from?
I was actually born in Bellevue Hospital, which is in Manhattan, and I lived in that same area my whole life. I moved out when I was 19 to Jersey. They sold a house that my ex-husband and I rented, and then we ended up out here in Pennsylvania.
Nice.
20 years later, here I am, still in Pennsylvania, but finally doing my thing.
Okay.
I think you're muted.
Can you guys hear me now?
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm really sorry for anybody watching on the replay or live, and for you. Sorry. Cheers.
Cheers.
I didn't catch. What part were you from?
What part of New York? I was born and raised in New York City, right in Manhattan.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I love New York. Have you been there anytime recently?
What was that?
Have you been there anytime recently?
I'm actually going in tomorrow. We're gonna have dinner with some friends and then hang out with my parents for Saturday night and Easter
Easter.
Sunday.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
It's kind of weird having grown kids because my daughter's working and my son's like, I think I have plans, and I'm like, well, thanks for asking me what I was doing. So
Yeah.
it's great.
Yeah, they get their own
So-
lives.
It's okay. I love my kids.
Speaking, how did you get in this business?
I think he said, "How did you get started in this business?"
In the business.
I'm pretty
Yes.
sure he did too. In this particular business, so it's been about 7 or 8 years now. I was going to college part-time and bartending part-time, living my life, kind of crazy. I was single mom, little kids. It was a disaster. But before that, I sold insurance and I did pretty well at it. But they used to pair us up with people, and the gentleman I was paired up with, he ended up at my bar top one night. He told me, hey, 10 years later, I left the insurance company and I bought a pest control business. And I was like, oh, you ever need a part-timer? It's kind of cool. Let me know. Here I am 8 years later.
Nice.
Yes. It was very unexpected. I worked for him. I didn't work for him. I worked for him. I didn't work for him. It was kind of an off and on relationship with my ex-boss, but it was always, always, always wonderful.
And now?
Unfortunately, he passed away this last
Oh, so sad. So sorry.
Thank you for asking. I appreciate that. But he passed away suddenly. He had a massive heart attack.
Wow.
Is away from his house. But you know what? Just today, I thanked him up above because I tell you, he is looking after me. He really, really is. I truly believe that.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Were you still working for his business, or did you start your own, or are you working for someone else?
So I I had a back sort of injury oncoming. Growing up in New York City, I used to sell rollerblades and I was always very athletic and, I was a bartending server. So I've always been very on the move. So my back is messed up. I had back surgery last April. I was coming on a year now. And I was recovering and he passed away. They sold his business. And I said, to myself, like, this is it. I don't know how many more arrows I really need. You know what I mean? Like, I've been talking about starting my business for, 5 years before that, 6 years
Right.
before that. And funny enough, I was talking to my ex boss, and he was like, 10 years from now, you could own my business. And I think the Almighty up above was like, nah, I don't have 10 years. I need it now. And here I am.
That's awesome. That's
It is.
awesome.
It's crazy.
Is Randy with us? Yeah, he is.
He is.
Hey, dude, I'm here because it's just not connection right now. So get a few more jump in, but I'll let you.
All right, I'm gonna ask the question that I had. My brother-in-law is was in pest control up in New York. He used to work in Long Island, but he got hurt on the job. So I'm gonna ask the question: what's the worst shit? What's the worst insect to get? And what is it? Term? Okay, let me. Tank, what's your guess?
Like the worst to have in your home?
Yeah,
Yeah, dude, I would have to go, you know, termites, dude, because they destroy the foundation of your home.
dude, termites have to be the worst one, dude. But you know what's terrifying when you have like a mouse or a rat in your house, bro? If you've never lived through that shit, that is I remember one time we had a little mouse, man. And I remember I opened up a cupboard and the sucker was right there looking at me, and I was like, "Oh, what's the worst? What's the worst? What's the worst?"
So it depends where you live, I think, really. I don't mess with termites. I have a bad back. You have to be really strong. I don't mess with ladders too much now anymore either. But the worst job I've ever had, Teresa called it bed bugs.
Red bugs.
She knows bed bugs is number one. My very first bed bug job, my very, very first bed bug job was awful. It was out here in Bucks County. It was in like a really like low income, place. And it was in a female's bedroom, a 15-year-old girl. And
Wow.
sadly enough, her mattress was like broken. Like it was broken.
Ripped. It
Like
was ripped.
I saw the inside, right. It was ripped open.
You're right.
Like it was awful. When I started spraying it, the nightmare of them crawling out was real.
Okay, but let me ask you a question. Is it worth spraying or is it just worth getting? Is it better getting another mattress, man?
So there are some people, yeah, that will just get another mattress, but unfortunately, some people can't afford to just go buy another mattress, And
Yeah.
I'm not there to judge. I'm there to do
Right.
my job, and I'm there to try to help people as best as I can. At the end of the day, I don't want to have to come back and see you repeatedly because that tells me I'm failing at what I'm doing.
Right. So how bad was it when you sprayed? They all came out like zombies or like monsters?
So it kind of like, yeah, burns them. The chemical affects their central nervous system. They freak out. So instead of hiding, I think they just kind of go wherever. Yeah. But that was the absolute worst. I saw another bed bug job that I thought was going to be horrific. And it turns out that the guy had bed bugs, I think it was like 6 years before that. And he never cleaned all the dead carcasses. The windowsills, bro. The windowsills, like the baseboards, the heaters, full of bed bugs. Yes, it was disgusting. It was so sad.
Bro, was the you said it was a girl, a 15-year-old? Was she like covered in the bites and everything?
Some people don't have an allergy to the bites.
Bro, I can't imagine, dude. I've never had bed bugs. Is that more of a northern thing, or is that more southern, or it's just in everywhere? It doesn't matter.
It could be anywhere and everywhere. Yeah, absolutely. And they're hitchhikers. So, you guys are down in Florida. Is that right?
Right, right.
So let's just say you have a family member that goes down to visit you and they drove down, right? They have like a little duffel bag or a backpack. They have a bed bug situation in their home and one bed bug is on their backpack and they bring it to your house. You're done. That's it. It's over.
Dude, I've never even seen one. Thank God. Thank God.
Yeah. Yeah. They're fun. Pretty gross.
You know what I did have happen to me there? They had a roach walk on my arm the other day, like a week ago. I was like, I went like that. I go, dude, what the? Oh shit! That was a fat old roach, bro.
That's gross. Let me shut up because I've had roaches literally fall on me. When I tell you, I post on my Instagram that it's raining roaches. That's like dead ass raining roaches. I've had them on my can, like my little red can. I've had them on the sides of it, on my boots, coming up my jeans or like my pants. And then that's it for me. I have to literally, you see me like jumping around, freaking out, running. I'm like, I need to breathe. And then I'm back in to finish. Like,
Oh,
yeah.
So you just made a face when he mentioned roaches. How did you decide? Did you not like bugs, and then you're like, fuck it, I want to kill them, or
Oh, so you guys want to know why I'm in the game still?
yeah.
yeah?
All right. So number one, growing up in New York City, I grew up in the projects. I grew up with my grandmother living with us, and my grandmother is Puerto Rican, absolute clean freak. And if she didn't have the word Clorox on her bleach, it wasn't cloro.
Right.
Yeah.
We unfortunately, back in the day, we grew up with roaches. You open your cabinets, and there were roaches. So my biggest nightmare was I was going to open the shower curtain, there's going to be a giant roach. Legit, like nobody ever grows up saying they're going to be an exterminator. At the end of the day, it's not what I do, it's not what I kill, it's how I help people, how it affects their daily living and their quality of life.
Definitely.
My quality of life was horrible when you've got roaches. It's gross.
It's
Ugh.
it's freaking horrible.
We got palmetto bugs here. You know what those are?
Are they really fat roaches? That's what I've heard.
That fly.
Yeah.
We
They
have
fly,
roaches.
but they're big and they're like armor plated. They're like they're like rhinoceros. Like you hit them and they it's hard, man. They're like they have
Yeah, diesel.
Yeah, they're diesel. They're diesel. I remember,
diesel roach. Come on.
It's like how
bugs are freaking. They freak me out, bro.
So,
it's like
I can't.
like in New York, they got the rats the size of cats.
Mm-hmm.
We got here roaches the size of fucking cats.
Yeah.
Over here, we have the German roaches, and when I like treat and they're like falling off the ceiling, like sometimes people will ask me, and I'll make the sound like my fingernail. I'll tap it, and it's just like they click when they fall.
They click,
I one of those. Ah, gross.
Aren't the Germans the little ones?
They're our roaches. They're average sized. They're probably, like maybe about the length of my fingernail at the end of the day, like the tip of my finger.
Dude, I see some big ass roaches, bro.
Big, fat, juicy, like, over here. But then we get the Oriental roaches that come out of the sewer, and those guys are like this big.
Yeah, the palmetto bugs are big as fuck, bro.
The palmetto bugs are like a whole finger, dude.
Yeah.
And then they got the antennae that are really like pronounced, right? Or they have like mandibles that come out.
What's up with the flying ones?
That's what I was gonna say. That's the worst. Flying freaking roaches.
I
That's
don't
crazy.
like. So in New York, the Oriental roaches, they fly at you. So but over here, if once they come out of the sewer, they die. They can't really survive in apartments. So you see them like on the sidewalks in Philly and in basements for the most part over here.
You know what's bad too? When let's say you have like a rodent problem and you're laying in bed and you just hear them running all over like the roof or whatever, dude, that's terrifying.
Welcome to Pennsylvania. I just had an inspection today. I posted a big old squirrel hole that was previously repaired. They are like that motivated to get back in. They broke the previous repair, and this poor girl, she's like, she's like looking up at her seat. It kind of sounds like they're gonna fall on, something one day. And I'm like, no worries, we got you.
Dude, it's horrible. It's horrible.
Yeah, I had a rat situation where the rat was very brave. shall we say. He was not afraid. So that was fun. I had to grab the dead rat by its tail and throw it in the bag. I had to kind of brace myself for that, but I did it.
How do you handle rodents? Do you put a trap or is it
It depends. I still, we use these still. I love these.
really?
No fail. So
Really?
if you,
What's your bait? What's your bait?
I have that too, but can't tell the whole world. Shh.
Yeah, dude.
But
Trade secrets.
oh, look how cute! Look, it's a little bucket. My guys know what this is. All the exterminators know what this is. The good goods.
Great secret, right?
The best kept secret. But you know what? Even if people know what that is, honestly, unless they are bold and ready to like attack and go in and solve their own rodent problem, for the most part, people still don't want to be like touch it, deal with it, see it, fix it, clean it. Like nobody wants to deal with it. It's disgusting. It really is gross.
Rodents are to me it's the worst. I could handle roaches because you could do things pretty easy to get rid of them, but rodents, those suckers are smart, man.
Yes. Yes.
Those okay? Is it humane to use glue boards?
No.
I
Not-
love glue boards.
Not for rodents. So the big fat rat that I had to carry
Right.
was dead and pinched in between two poles. It couldn't just die out on, like every other rat, die out in the middle of the floor where I could just get the broom and the dustpan. There you go. Well, you pick it up and you get rid of it. But I could figure out where this rat came from in a heartbeat and tell the homeowner, hey, listen, like this is the problem. You have to fix here, there, left, and right. With roaches, if your neighbors are horrible and they're never going to get their act cleaned up, now it's your responsibility to try to work on that. And who knows how long it's going to take.
Right.
I don't know if you guys can hear me.
Yeah.
I ask, how effective is it? And I'm not trying to business away from you, but let's general. Effective is if you have a cat crib.
You have a
Solve
cat?
the problem.
So I have 3 cats. And I very frequently make fun of them and post them saying that they're like baby exterminators or exterminators in training.
They're assassins.
So yeah, my cats will find a mouse and tear it apart or whatever the case may be. But in our house, cats are not allowed in the bedrooms. So if there's a mouse in the bedrooms and it just stays in the bedrooms, it also depends on how they're feeling. Because if they're not feeling like they want to play, they're not going to go get the mouse.
Yeah, but they're assassins. Cats are assassins.
Yeah, my cats have killed a couple, and they present them to me.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not a cat person, so I wouldn't
like-
know that. I just know they're
It's like a gift, bro. Like
They
there you
love
go.
to show it to you, and they put
Really?
it in a very, very obvious place, like right outside your front door or somewhere where you're sure to see it. Like it's like, here you go. I got this for you.
They make sure you almost step on it if you didn't step on it. They're very smart, your cats.
My wife woke me up one time yelling my name like at 5 a.m. She was taking a shower, and the cat brought her a rat into the bathroom. Like, here you go.
What the
And she was on when I went in. She was on the counter and shit. And I was like, oh. I just picked it up and threw it away.
So they don't eat the mice or rodents, right?
No, they kill it. They play with it till it dies, I guess.
That's it. Yep. They play with it till it dies. They grab it by the neck and they bring it to you happily ever after. But
That's ruthless.
in Melissa's house, we have a ferret, and sometimes I let Freddie run free in the house. So I'm not sure if I'm confusing my cats, and they think maybe like, oh, maybe I don't need to like catch that mouse. So maybe they won't catch any mice, but I think I'm going to train Freddie to try to catch mice.
I think a ferret would be better, wouldn't he?
Yeah, but he's bad. In general, like I can't trust him behind the TV. He'll start chewing up wires and stuff. I know better. He's spoiled. He does whatever he wants in my son's room.
I always think of that movie with the dude that had the ferrets, that 80s movie. What's it called? He's like
That he had the ferrets.
didn't he have like a couple ferrets with him? You ever
What
seen
movie is-
Beastmaster?
Oh yeah, he had the Beastmaster. He had the two ferrets and and he had the eagle and then he had the tiger. Yeah, I remember that.
This has got to be like a very masculine movie.
It was like one of those movies that came out after Conan with Arnold. It was
Very masculine movie.
yeah,
Arr. Yeah, I got
yeah.
it.
He had
Check
the two ferrets. Yeah,
ferrets. You were asking me about glue boards. I can't do it. I can't. The rat that I caught, that big fat rat, they put out glue boards for him. And you want to know what we walked into? We walked into fur on the glue board. He chewed himself right out of it.
No, I love glue boards. To me, I put like a little thing of peanut butter right in the middle of the glue board, and you put it along the wall, and they run along the raw, and they usually they're very effective. But they're not humane, man. It's pretty sad because you come in and they're crying, and it's like it's not humane.
You want to know why I can't do it? Because my children have grown up with pet rats forever. I mean, forever. My ex-husband was very much into his rodents, hence the ferrets and the pet rats. Now you
And
tell
you're,
me.
and you're an exterminator. Wow.
My daughter, Nana, I love you. Nana, if you're watching, I really love you. But my daughter sometimes goes in on me. The one day she's like, I can't believe you put that picture up first. That's a dead block. And I was like, you know what? You're right. I'm sorry. It was me. So,
Wow.
yeah, at the end of the day, I'm going to catch him in here. It's going to kill him really quickly. That glue board is not doing any justice to anything.
It's very inhumane.
I agree. You should rethink your tactics, my friend.
Hopefully, I don't need to use them again. Hopefully, I don't have.
Dude, glue boards are awesome for bugs.
Yes, they are.
I use those to monitor roaches when I do a roach clean out, and then they start tapping all over the floor. After they clean it up, I leave glue boards around the house to see how many times I have to revisit. I don't like to assume that people absolutely need a follow-up visit, but I monitor it with that. And then, thank God for the phone because I can monitor with my client. I don't have to go to their house to go look at it. They could just send me a picture of it. So,
What's one of the I used to work at a grocery store. I've said it before here. And I remember we had a pallet of 50-pound rice. I won't say the rice either. I can vividly remember what brand of rice it was. But it was coming in like it was almost those fiber bags. It wasn't plastic. It was those like fiber bags. And I remember we were unstacking the pallet, bro. Right in the middle of the pallet, there was a nest of mice, right? And all the little bald mice were in there just hanging out. Bro, I felt like I was in an alien movie. It was like, what the?
Dude, you better tell us that fucking rice brand, bro.
Bro, it wasn't the fault of the rice brand or the store either. It was just something that happens, Oh my God, it's on that page.
that's why I don't buy that.
It's on that page. There's a certain bag right there. You don't know where I'm pointing, but it's right. Anyway, man, and what I did, man, I'm not even gonna tell you what I did. I didn't squish him or anything, but
I stomped on him.
No, dude, I wouldn't do that. I got him, and what did I do?
That's what he did.
No, I didn't put. They were like little things, man. They barely moved. What I did was, I think I got him, and I think I drowned him. I think
nice.
I think I put him in a bucket or something. And a lot of times when I would get him with the glue board, I would stick the glue board in the water and just drown them really fast. Instead of dying, you don't want to throw them out because they're just gonna die in the trash. Stuff.
I think we have a past terrorist here.
We're gonna get fucking flagged by PETA, bro.
Friend, you sure you don't want to be an exterminator? I mean, that's a lot of work right now. It's popping.
You sound like you have the hate for it.
Yeah, I could do it, dude. Definitely, man. I've drowned quite a few mice and rats and glue boards and stuff.
I'm a punk. I opened that door and I had a broom and I hit the bed because the rat was in a bedroom.
It's scary.
Dude, that thing was under the bed and it made some noise. I closed the door and I was like, Melissa, be brave. So my way of getting it was I poisoned it when I came back the following week. it was dead and waiting for me. And then we closed up the hole and figured that out.
So the poison works. So the poison works.
My poison works.
Okay. Because I bought those green tablets before at Home Depot, and those things don't seem to work. Billboards.
Call an exterminator. There's
No,
a zillion of them around you guys.
no, it's not where I live now. It was at it was at another house, and
Is that
so
a common thing in Florida though? Like
I'm sorry.
Talk to me about pests in Florida. Not familiar.
I know I had a service coming out to my mom, and a lot of what they do is spray, right? I don't know if you've ever used them, Tank.
I do. I have it.
The sprays, yeah, it's a little bottle like this. It's concentrated, and then you dilute it with water.
Right, and then they
For the
come,
roaches, that
yeah,
works
they
very
spray
good.
out. What about ants? We haven't talked ants.
What is this?
Yeah, something like that. And you spray. I have somebody come to my house now, and he does that like once every 2 or 3 months, and he comes and sprays.
Service. Yeah, that's not bad. I take care of ants too. They're out and about. It's been fun.
Ants are. I don't mind ants so much, man. Yes,
Can't tell though.
that's like sweet for sweet ants. Isn't it something sweet that you want to put out?
So
And you should put a drop. Sorry.
yeah, this is a bait. I also have it for roaches. I use it very often. It works though. They love this stuff. They eat it. They die. They get carried back to their nest, and then everybody eats a dead ant, and everybody dies. Bye.
See, you're just as ruthless as I am.
Nah.
I
Yeah,
got a
'cause
question.
you're poisoning them. You're giving them that slow death.
Yeah, she's just as bad.
No, I'm worse than that. That's why I'm called an exterminator. They take the poison back to their crib and they poison everybody.
On the down low.
I know the goat Randy was gonna tell you about this. He had a raccoon problem one time in his old store.
Really?
Yeah, you didn't know, Javier?
No. I
Yeah,
haven't heard the story.
I think it was 2, if I'm not mistaken. He had 2 raccoons in his AC system,
That's awful. I don't even want to imagine.
and they I think it was like a couple times he had I think he had a couple times the AC guy go out and look at it because it wasn't cooling, and I don't know when it was that they found out that the guy ended up telling him, dude, there's raccoons living in here.
Well,
How
we
did
have
he solve that?
like squirrels and raccoons in between people's roofs out here very often.
How do you handle raccoons, though?
We'll find out.
He let it out. He made like a racetrack.
An escape. That's smart.
Yo, that raccoon was a G. I don't know if you guys can hear me.
Yeah.
Dude, this thing was gangster. I would be in my office. Let me know if it's too bad for me to keep
No, you're good. Good. You're good.
sitting in my what is it? Call somebody over and be like, hey, come here. You hear that? And you just hear and I was like, what is that? We assumed that correctly so, we assumed something was up there. We didn't know what. Rats, iguana, something. We put heavy duty plastic traps. We went up there after it was gone. Missing. I put 2 traps. Gone. We went back, both traps gone. I went back, I put 2 traps with a heavy duty a hang wire, un pechero, lo que me sale. I don't know the word.
Un pechero.
Yeah. I tied it to a piece of metal in the AC. When I went back, freaking traps were gone.
Bro.
Finally, the exterminator came back and he's like, I'm going to have to cut into the AC duct like 3 feet open it, put a trap in there, close it. The next morning, one of the people at work and in the trap, but he was out the hole looking at him. It was a girl. And I've heard that sometimes the will kill the kids so she can go and eat sooner, and they hide from the male. So that's probably why she found that hole. They went in there, they hid, and then maybe they couldn't find their way out, because they could drink water from the AC system and live with the water and stuff. And then there was a tree that led to the roof where the guy, he told me, he goes, that's probably where they climbed up, got in, and then it was a baby. And they ended up in the office breaking the I don't know what you call that, the panel that's on the roof.
Mm-hmm.
They broke that. Blood and
what?
He's breaking up. I didn't get it.
What happened with the blood? There was blood all over the place?
That since they saw their route was cut off with the trap, weren't going to get in the trap because they're smart. They were smarter. They went back out the duct the other way into my office, slammed that duct, I guess hitting it, jumping on it, which made them bleed. And there was blood and then shit everywhere too.
Oh,
man.
Yeah.
So thankfully I haven't been called for any raccoons, but in other news, the guy that I work with set up traps and we caught 10 squirrels. My baby's on. Say hi to my daughter.
hey.
Hi, Buggo. I apologize to you earlier for showing a dead rodent on my Instagram. So I shouted you out a minute ago. I love you. But
don't show that picture.
So how about squirrels are bad? I've never had an issue with squirrels.
Confession, real life, guys. I've had pet squirrels. What was I thinking? They're very friendly. They're very domesticated, and they're very food hungry and lazy. So if you provide, they will come and eat, and they'll come through your window. They'll eat off your feet. They'll end up in your rooftop. They break holes. They will literally keep chewing and chewing. They scrape their noses till they're bloody until they make a hole.
Wow.
And they'll chill between your floors. They'll be like on the ceiling, and they pick one section where they go potty, and they continue in that section until it makes your ceiling soft, and sometimes they fall through.
Oh, I've never heard that.
Yep. Raccoons are the same thing though. Raccoons will potty in one area, and the urine will eat away at all of the drywall, sheetrock, whatever. Yeah, and they'll just pop right through.
Oh, that must be a northern? I've not here. I have never heard that down here.
It's definite. I'm pretty sure it's a northern thing. And I found out this year that we actually have flying squirrels in the area also, which I never knew. So it's very interesting.
You guys show you something?
Oh, he's back.
Your dog.
Motro, chill. Show you something because I have chickens. This is the food I give them, which is like corn or sometimes like corn with other little things mashed up. Sometimes I leave the jar outside by the chickens. You see this hole?
What was that?
Bro.
This is a plastic the
lid.
Top it's a plastic lid. It's a raccoon. Squirrel. This is a squirrel that I guess enough of a hole so they could stick their head or their hand in there and get the food out.
Yep.
And I've had this happen, so I don't anymore. But they're pretty. I have a lot of plants and fruit plants and stuff. They really wreak havoc on the plants and stuff.
I know. He got me.
If I get this out, they'll come and eat it.
Yep. They got me last year. The squirrel tore up. I had like a little baby watermelon plant growing on these really neat planters that go over my like balcony or porch area or whatever. Caught the critter digging all his little nuts in there or whatever he was doing, destroyed all my plants. So this year, Melissa's growing vegetables from hanging baskets. We're gonna see who wins this year.
It's a
Basket,
game.
or
It's a
just put
competition.
poison in it.
No,
You're an exterminator.
no, I don't kill squirrels. It doesn't matter. We use humane traps. We trap them here in the city area, and then we release them all the way out in the woods somewhere.
You can eat
You have-
squirrels too.
Not me. I'm from New York City, bro. I don't even eat like chicken from the butcher. If it's not in like a little styrofoam thing with like, plastic wrap
Fries.
with the store label, Melissa ain't eating it. So weird about meat. It's so weird, I know.
But I mean, the truth is, if you think about it, we're that have invaded, a lot of animals' territory more and more and more. My neighbor, a couple weeks back, started seeing foxes in his backyard,
Wow.
dude, and they caught one, and they did that. Like, this is what he told me. I don't know if it's true or not, but like, unless you can get all of them, doesn't really help, because if you pack skin and they try to usually end up.
Damn.
Yeah, we have those out here in Homestead.
Have you ever seen a cougar?
Not in person.
Feed
'Cause
the
we got-
squirrels. Yes, babe, we do feed the squirrels. We're very nice to squirrels in my house.
I don't know if I should ask this.
Fire.
When you walk into a place, right?
Uh,
Have you gotten used to like when you hear that you smell? You know what the urine smells like? The rat urine. You could smell it immediately, and you're just like, "What the fuck is going on?" Have you gotten used to that?
Never. You open the door and it hits you like like a fucking sack of potatoes, like boom. So I say, oh, you know what? I'll be right back. Excuse me, I forgot something. I go back to my car and I get my big pink respirator mask, which is somewhere over here too. It's cold up here, by the way. That's why I have all my junk inside, so it doesn't freeze
Right.
the car. So I have my big pink mask and I get that, and then I go back in because I don't smell anything through that sucker.
Yeah, bro. Rat urine is
Oh.
it's you know it immediately, and it's like, oh.
Fucking roaches have a certain smell too.
They
Yep.
do.
I hate that shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Look, hee haw country. There was a cougar in the backyard. There was also a coyote. There's fox. There's all kinds of predators out there. It's crazy up in here in Pennsylvania.
I was one time, not in this house. I was getting sun in my backyard when I used to have a backyard. And I'm just laying down, right? I was on my day off. The kids were at school, whatever. I'm just getting some sun, bro. And I hear something, bro. And I go like this, and I look, and it was a raccoon right next to me. And the raccoon, I guess, hadn't seen me. So when I sat up, it like froze, and I was like, I took the biggest dump, but it ran away. I've never ran into a cougar, thank God.
You ever? Which is the one that'll it'll show you its teeth? Is that the possum?
Yes. Possums are nasty, bro.
We have Aaliyah.
We have them in Hialeah, yeah.
Wait. The little white possums with the long rat tail and like the pointy snout.
Yeah, bro, those things are nasty, bro.
No.
Oh wow, you had one as a pet.
What?
Pet.
No. There was one on my trash can one time when I was trying to walk into my house. So, but you know what I've learned in the last few years, especially up here, they eat ticks, which is huge over here because my daughter, my love, she got freaking Lyme disease before. She got bit by a tick and we had no idea my daughter had Lyme disease. Anyway, those guys they'll literally play dead if you get too close to them.
Yeah, they play possum. They play possum.
They're so sweet. They're terrifying. You can literally pick him up by the tail when he's playing dead and like throw him to the side.
They're freaking gross. They got like the little needle teeth. They got the needle teeth, and then they got the rat tail, and then the babies hanging all over them. They're gross, bro. I've seen them running like on top of a fence, and you see them running, scurrying along. It's like,
Do you still see them? Are they like prevalent down there? Is that a common?
yeah. I remember at my mom's house we had a big one, and it would be up in the trees. Yeah.
Hialeah is known for possum, rats, roaches.
What was the last one?
Roaches.
And chongas.
Good though, man. The little one chilling on the back.
Dude, I ran into a big possum one time walking on the sidewalk. It was like early. It was probably like 5 a.m. And I guess it didn't see me. And once it saw me, I didn't see it either. I just saw it run, and I got scared. It ran into the bushes. I wish it would have played dead, though. I like to see that.
I'd never seen that either. I've never seen him play dead.
Oh yeah, they'll literally just like roll over like a dog when they're like being submissive. The possum will literally just lay there with its like little paws.
When they do that, do you go over and I scratch their belly?
I don't touch them. I don't do
You said they were cute.
Yeah.
So listen, all right, rats are cute. They're fuzzy and but they're disgusting for you. They can make you sick. You see, these little guys, these possums or whatever, up here at least, they're useful. Let them rock, man.
Melissa, when and I'm sorry if they already asked you all the difficulties, but when you for a job, you ever have to ask the question? Does anyone get surprised that it's a woman going to do the job, or that doesn't really come into play?
Almost every day. For one thing or another. So when I used to work for Terry, it would be like we had a really like snooty building with a lot of older people, and like the older ladies would open the door and say, "Oh my God, like who are you? Are you new here?" And I'd be like, "Hi, I'm the Exterminator." "You're too pretty to be an exterminator. What are you? You sure this is what you want to do, sweetheart?" And I'm like, here we go. Somebody's grandma being cute, looking out for me. But it also comes into play even now, just with like my private clients. There are a lot of women out there who are legit uncomfortable with the cable guy, the exterminator, the plumber.
That's true.
So you know what? I really take pride in being a female in this business. It's a big deal for me. And as the more I do it, the less the chicken shit I am. Pendeja I am. You know what I mean? I would never touch a rat before and pick it up and throw it away. But now I have to think about it in a different way. This is my moneymaker. This is my bread and butter. This is how I live. This is how my kids live. So I do what it takes to make sure that my clients are happy. They refer me to other people. They refer me to other family members. So to this day, I still get, hey, I called you because you're a woman and something about you. I trust you more than I trust some weird guy coming in my house who I'm never going to see again. So it's really about building that relationship.
That's awesome. Yeah. And you're pretty tough. You just talked about a woman at home calling and a dude shows up. You're doing that sometimes. Maybe there's a dude that's calling you, and then you're the, you're the one going into some stranger's house. You probably often too.
So, all right, well, let's put it out there now because I just blew up somebody's spot on the gram. I don't tolerate it. I shut shit down real fast. Like, you're gonna come at me. Let me tell you what. This little metal can, this little brass bitch is heavy. You're going to come at me while I have pesticides in my hands that I can spray in your mouth, in your eyes, on your skin. I will hurt you. You come at me. Not only that.
Okay. Wait. Yeah? What did they do? Wait. What? How did they come at you? What happened?
Never. So if people ask me constantly, I have friends who text me, My fiance will text me, be like, "What part of Philly you in today?" I go to the hood. I go to rough areas, and people like, "Oh, do you carry? Do you have your license?" That's nobody's business. But at the end of the day, even if I do or if I don't, I don't need a gun to hurt someone who's trying to hurt me first. You
Okay.
know, yeah, like it's hilarious because people are like, "Oh, aren't you scared?" No. My clients, if they ever try to play me or do some crazy shit, they should be scared. You know what I mean? Like,
How
I'm
often does that happen?
never. Thank Lord.
Okay,
Thank the
you
Lord.
probably yeah, you
Had
probably
one uncomfortable situation, one in 8 years.
One. And
oh,
how
that's
was it
good.
uncomfortable? How was it uncomfortable?
It was
You
one.
didn't feel you didn't feel safe.
I felt those. I felt safe. I didn't feel like other people were safe. I had a situation with a gentleman who took me around to apartments, and most of the apartments were occupied by college students. And he was an older gentleman, and he got a little awkward with me, kind of like was hinting around, like, my looks or whatever.
Mhm.
Like, dude, I'm not interested. I'm in a relationship. Second, he found out that I was attracted to the same sex. He started talking about all the females that we would encounter. These are college students. I have a freaking 21-year-old daughter, and you're going to talk to me about college girls in an inappropriate way?
Yeah, it was inappropriate. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. One and
I
done.
mean, you deal with enough people, you're gonna run eventually, no matter
Yeah.
what. But
Right.
sounds like you know how to take care of anyway, so you can take care of.
It's people skills at the end of the day. It's not because I'm tough or I'm mean or whatever the case may be. I just basically shut it down. I didn't respond to him and I kept it moving. I got what I had to get done. I alerted my boss. He alerted his boss, and that was it.
And did you ever go back to that account, or you didn't? Right.
My ex boss never let me go back. That's one thing.
Good.
He always took care of me. He would ask me if anybody ever makes you feel uncomfortable. And he would even tell me, like, if you are going to somebody's apartment and they're the kind of person who, like, if it smells like urine or if it smells like feces or like cigarette smoke, he'd be like, you don't have to walk in. If you feel like your safety or your health is compromised, don't do the job.
Right. Yeah. And
I wanted to ask one more. How long have you been in business for yourself now?
It hasn't been too long. Like, my official launch was basically when I got the kick in the ass. When COVID happened
right.
and I couldn't work and my back was still injured and I was recovering, I was picking up work or whatever, but I wasn't really working. I still couldn't lift my can. It was heavy. I would take my son with me. My son would help me when I was,
Nice.
started my logo. But when Terry passed away, that was it. That was like, all right, bro. That's my cousin-in-law saying girl power. But my cousin has put me through this whole journey. He's been by my side. And when I tell you that, he was the one that was like, what are you waiting for? Like, we looked at Terry's business, we were thinking about buying the business, and then at the end of the day, we were like, you know what? I would feel 1,000% more pride knowing that we started from the bottom. I
Hmm.
got all my clients by myself, and that's an awesome feeling. And sadly, since he's passed away, all his clients have flocked to me now, and I'm so grateful for that. I really am, because they know what I'm about.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's something to be said about building something from the ground up, and even when things start, they're gonna start small, and you just keep working at business too. And I started like with nothing, nothing. Nobody gave me anything. Nobody gave me any capital, any nothing. I you know do that, right, and then there's also another thing that I wanted to ask. I don't think I could probably go back for somebody now. You think you could see yourself going back now, or that's it?
To work for someone,
Yeah.
Yeah.
uh, I would have to be pressed real hard. It would have to be some extreme circumstances, but No, I never ever ever want to look backwards. Why?
Siempre para adelante.
That's right.
Yeah, para adelante.
Always, 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 always. And I got, my people, and it's just crazy how one thing kind of just like stacks into another at the right
Mhm.
time, and it's starting to avalanche. And now I'm like, wow, it's about to be spring, and I'm like, I have a book scheduling out like 2 weeks ahead. Like, who am
Nice,
I? Who is this? Like, you kidding me?
nice.
Those are good. Those are fun.
And it feels great being the game changer for real, like for my kids, for my family, to be
Hmm.
able to support my family and see my family supporting me. Like that's that's more than anybody could wish for or
Yeah.
thank for. You never feel that hatred, that jealousy, that envy.
Mhm.
I want my true friends and my family members to know that I every little bit, and I know you guys feel that every little bit of support is a big deal. It's huge seeing my friends on here commenting, my daughter, like, I wouldn't be me if it wasn't for them and all of our experiences.
Oh,
Definitely.
I would have missed if I didn't take the opportunity to say, if you want to support us, subscribe to our channel. If you're watching live or on the replay, that will help us and we appreciate
Right.
it. Melissa, if anybody is in your area and want to reach you out, I put your channel in the description be down there. Have any more questions? She's got, way than to ask questions for her. Or...
Let's see here.
Does anybody have a question? I got a question. Have you ever gone like to a job, right? And I know you've seen hoarders. Have you ever walked into a house like that, hoarders, and like you walk in, and it's like, what the fuck? Where do I start? Right? Where do I start with this? Have you ever had that happen?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And
Multiple times? Multiple times then?
yeah, yeah,
Wow. So that is a real thing. Definitely.
definitely. And it's a sad situation.
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
it's really sad and it's really heartbreaking. And for some people who have bugs in addition to hoarding, you just have to lay it out 100%. Like, hey, listen, there's but so much I can do until you get your shit together and clean your fucking house. In nicer terms, but it's crazy.
To what you just touched on, basically the best thing anybody watching this, the best thing that we can do is just be clean, right? Don't leave food in the sink, don't leave dirty dishes, you know. Doesn't that attract?
So it depends on where you live. If you live in an apartment and you have a neighbor above, below, and on both sides, and your neighbors are not clean,
You're screwed.
you may have an issue. But let's just say my house, I pride myself in my place. I have
Mhm.
2 dogs, I've got 3 cats, we've got the ferret freaking I got a half a zoo in this joint. I vacuum my floors, you know what I mean? Like I pride myself in keeping my house. You know what? I live in the city. You best believe I have a glue board out in my kitchen, and there's about 2 dead roaches in that son of a bitch. Excuse my lovely language. If
Yeah.
your neighbor starts working on their kitchen, if you go to a grocery store and you bring home a box from the grocery store and they have roaches, guess what? You got roaches.
Yeah. Or you got the weevils in the pasta. That happens all the time in a grocery store.
The pantry
It
pet.
happened for us. It happened when I was there. We had to clean the spaghetti, the rice section, all that, because you would get the boxes and you would see them crawling sometimes. It's just a natural thing. It's not, that they're dirty. We weren't dirty. It was just something that happens.
When I tell you that it was an unfortunate situation, but we had roaches in my apartment. And my
Hmm.
grandmother was a clean freak.
Right.
My house was spotless.
Hmm.
Between my mom and my grandma, the apartment was spotless. But you can't prevent your neighbors from being disgusting.
Right. So
They,
basically, being clean is the best
I would say
defense.
absolutely. That's the best preventative on earth. Just stay clean. Use some Clorox, bleach. I'm kidding. Like the plug for Clorox. No, but bleach does kill the smell of food. So if you're dealing with roaches in your kitchen, clean it
Okay,
up.
gotcha.
and get a cat.
He said get a cat.
Get a ferret. Get a ferret, man. The ferret could probably go into deeper crevices.
So he's crazy. They try to go under the stove because it's warm. Freddie is nuts in this house.
That's nuts.
But he's cute.
Freddy the ferret.
Barbecued Freddy.
Well, I want you for giving us time and tonight. I hope you guys can hear me. I don't know if anybody can. You guys? Okay. Thank you, man. I'm happy with your. Glad you started your business. You know, I wish you the. And you know, sounds like you're off on the right track. I love to hear stories about people starting their own business and taking that opportunity and then just flying with it. So.
He froze again.
Yeah.
Melissa, thank you so much for being with us tonight. It was really a lot of fun.
Thank you guys so much. This was awesome. I can't believe we're here. This was great.
Is this the first time you've ever been live on a show or anything? Or
yes.
It's addicting. It's a lot of fun. It's just hanging out with friends, basically.
Kinda. I mean, yeah.
It's fun.
We do this again.
Awesome.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys. Have a great weekend. I really, really appreciate this. This was awesome.
Bye. Happy Easter.
Thank you.
Well,
Happy Easter.
be well. Thank you so much.
Good night.
Take care. To Melissa.
That was awesome, guys. Thank you for picking up the mantle for my bad connection.
It happens.
It's been nonstop, basically, right?
Yeah, you've been coming back. It was still a good show. She was a great guest.
Should we end the show?
I want to talk about something else.
I'll shut up. You guys talk, dude. I'll show things on the screen. All right? I'll be the producer.
Tank.
What?
I watched Seaspiracy.
Dude, first of all, it's Seaspiracy, all right?
I call it Seaspiracy.
And what do you think?
I'll put it to you this way. I went to Flanagan's this afternoon.
And you got the fucking mahi sandwich?
It didn't impact you that much, I guess.
And wait. I got to tell my story, bro. I ate. I didn't want the wings because I had wings yesterday. Really? I didn't want a burger because it was like, dude, that's so filling. Their burgers are massive. I didn't want pasta because I haven't ate pasta like 8 months. You know, that keto shit. So I go, you know what? Let me have a mahi sandwich. Tank, you nailed it on the dot, bro. I had a fried mahi, and then I came home and watched Seaspiracy. How do you say it?
Yeah, Seaspiracy. But okay, you went to Flanagan's first, then you watched it.
I went to Flanagan's first, then I had the sandwich first. It was good. I'm not gonna say it was great, but it was good. And then I saw Seaspiracy because of you guys highly recommended it. Is that the most depressing documentary? One of the top I don't know if the depressing documentaries, but it was depressing.
Yeah, bro, definitely. Very if you would motivational, moving. Inspiring. A lot of documentaries are more to be like educational and whatnot, but this one was very like it was made to make a difference, and I'm sure it will.
I hope it does, right?
Yeah, man.
Are you gonna eat seafood from now on, or
I don't know.
do you like seafood? Do you eat seafood?
Right, exactly. To be honest, I don't eat it much, but I do like lately for some reason I've been wanting to find a really good fish sandwich because I love sandwiches. I spoke about it already. It's my favorite food, and I haven't found one really. So I don't know. I don't think so. I'm not gonna be eating seafood.
Okay, I love seafood. Do you ever drive up north, like around where I'm at?
Not really.
Dude, there's a place about 30 minutes from me. It's called Whale's Rib. They have the most amazing dolphin sandwich. It's freaking amazing. It's called the Whale's Rib. It's on Deerfield Beach. Amazing. I love seafood, but this documentary hurt. I knew
Yeah.
about the salmon with the that they injected to give it the color,
Hmm.
but I didn't know all that other stuff. It was Yeah, that's it right there. And it's connected to a Flanagan's. It's Wells Rib and it's connected to a Flanagan's actually. But that's my favorite seafood place. I haven't been there like in 2 years, but it's freaking really good. Or a year and a half, something right before COVID.
You go. See if you can give us. You gonna be eating seafood?
I Are you go? Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can. Guys, hopefully you can hear me. I'll try to speak slowly. Uh, it's one favorite food off of see if I had to, but I after seeing that, um, I'm gonna try to cut down. I didn't hear much talk about crab and lobsters in that doc, which is like my favorites. But I'm definitely gonna try to cut down on fish. Did you guys ever see Super Size Me?
Yes, with the McDonald's.
That impacted me too in a similar way to this, and I really cut down on fast food, McDonald's, Burger King.
I I pretty much don't eat any of the fast food, bro. That was real quick. The Super Size Me. The guy ate McDonald's for like he ate at McDonald's for a month, and
Correct.
it was the effects that it did on his body, right?
Yes, he did like studies his body before and then studies after, and the weight he put on, his sugar levels, his cholesterol. Even the salads at McDonald's were like bad for you because of the dressing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how much of it I heard.
We heard enough.
Yeah, yeah. Super Size Me was pretty impactful. I don't know, dude. I love seafood. I love fish. I'm not the biggest fish, but it definitely makes you think. It's tough because it's all connected. If you do, you're it's good, and if you don't, it's bad. It's bad. It seems like it's bad even if you do or if you don't. It's weird.
Yeah.
Why is no one talking about this?
That's a great question because it's money, and they keep it hush hush. It seemed like watching the doc. It's everybody's hush hush. Nobody, you know.
About the commercial fishing.
Yeah,
Everybody wants to talk about, plastic usage and whatnot, but about and really it all leads back to that, to the overfishing, the big boats. Really the what I found out about that I didn't know was the garbage patch.
Oh, I
And
knew about that. Yeah,
I didn't
I knew.
know about that. And then they go end up saying that over 50% of it is fishing equipment.
Yeah, that I didn't know about. That I did. I knew that existed, but I didn't know that part.
What I didn't realize is that almost half of that is fishing
Yeah,
nets and
yeah,
equipment.
yeah.
They always make it seem like
It's like it's us.
we're throwing bottles into the ocean and we're
Yeah.
throwing our straws into the ocean. And, yes, it's that, but we're not paying contributors to this problem. And that problem is in the middle of the South Pacific, like one really ownership problem, right? It's not my problem. It's your body. It's everybody's problem, but it's no, you know what I mean? Nobody's saying, okay, let's do something.
Yeah.
Sucks.
They said real quick in the doc that the oil spills help the fish like come back to life, recuperate from all the overfishing because they can't fish. So the
Yeah.
oil spills actually help.
It's crazy,
That's
right?
crazy, bro.
That's mind-boggling, right? You would never think that in a million years, right?
No way.
It was a very good doc. I'm glad I watched it. I watched it a little while ago, actually, so it's pretty fresh. The scene with the whales at the end is is shocking.
Tell me about that one because I missed like the last
Oh,
maybe
it,
30
it,
minutes.
I think it was I want to say Finland, but I'm not sure. I can't remember
Let me
exactly if
see.
it was
I think I remember what it was called.
if it was Finland. But you see all these. It seemed like the whole town. They were people on shore. Then they had these small boats, and they were like pushing the whales to shore, and you should see the pod of whales. I forget exactly what kind of whale it was, but they said that they were sustainable, and that's a big issue in the documentary. What exactly is sustainable, and nobody could give an answer. And what they show is the butchering of those whales, man, and it's like it's heartbreaking. The same thing with the dolphins when they do it in Japan. It's just heartbreaking, dude.
And the reason
The
that they give for that,
I'm
the
sorry.
the reason that they say that they do that,
well the Faroe Islands
Yes, that
one,
was it. The Faroe Islands.
which is belongs to Denmark. They
Okay.
did it. They were eating it. They were
Right.
eating the whales, you know. And
Yeah.
he ends up explaining himself very well with the killing of the chicken and whatnot.
Yes.
Um, still it's fucked up. It's hard to see. Um, but in Japan, they were killing the dolphins because they saw them as competition.
As
So they were
competition.
just killing them to kill them, not for any other reason.
Yeah, as competition. And you know what? And you're bringing that up, but it's also, dude, the sharks just cutting off their fins and throwing them
Oh,
back
yeah,
into the ocean is heartbreaking, man. It's
yeah.
it's heartbreaking.
I've always heard about shark fin soup, and I'm in the culinary industry, and obviously I would like to try it one day, or I wanted to, and then that guy goes on and says that there's no like nutritional value to it. It's just you know a status, and then now it's like, because I want to try everything. You want to try everything, but after seeing shit like that, it's like you don't want to you don't want to be part of the problem. You don't want to like
Right.
encourage
You don't
it.
want to. You don't want to promote it. You don't want to promote
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
Encourage it. Encourage it.
there's such easy revelations. You almost think when you watch that, like, is everything this guy's saying true? Almost seems unbelievable. So, like in Japan, and guys, me if it sounds too choppy. Um, it seems unbelievable that they're killing dolphins because they think we're killing them so they won't eat fish that we can catch. They're just slaughtering dolphins. You see the water turning, dude. It's like they're just bashing them and killing them.
Bro, Randy, the scene with the whales at the end, it's even worse.
Yeah,
It's even worse, bro. You don't even see the water.
it's just red.
It's just red, and they're just, oh my god, it's hard to watch, man.
It's because that animal, blackfish, that doc,
Yes.
that one's crazy, dude. Because
Yeah.
they're so smart, man, and they stay with family the whole life. They're really like a unit, and to see that, man, it's
And
like
to see
shit,
that,
dude.
it's heartbreaking, bro.
And even because sharks are dicks, right? Sharks
Sharks are just
fall.
machines, bro. Just sharks are just machines.
Yeah, there's a need for, when they explain it, like have editor then second level too big, and then they eat more of the third level, and it just fucks up the whole ecosystem.
Right.
It's
Yeah, that was a great part in the doc when that guy explained that.
Yeah, that shit was crazy, bro. I don't know. I don't think I'll be part. Well, I didn't do it as much. I think I'll just try to find that good mahi sandwich and then. And I don't think I'll fucking.
If you're ever up north, go. You got to go to Whale's Rib, and they got the it's the dolphin the mahi sandwich, and it has they put a purple coleslaw on it, and you got to get it fried. Fried's better, dude. It's great. Don't give me that face. It's freaking delicious,
I don't like coleslaw, bro.
dude. It's delicious. It's not like it's overpowering. It's just they put the thing on the top and it makes the sandwich. They
All right.
actually, you could look it up on YouTube because Guy Fieri from Diners, Dives, and whatever, he was there and he does the whole thing on it. And he showcases that sandwich. The sandwich is dynamite, dude. But all their seafood is good.
All right.
Whale's Rib, and
And then,
they're not sponsoring this show. Just to let you know.
Yeah, come on, dude. Let's make these people pay if we're gonna give away. A shout out to spoke about them, South, our hangout spot.
Yes, keto heaven, keto heaven. The waitress.
yo, I think you need a bigger flame, bro.
No, that's not big enough. Now that's a fire. What the hell is that, dude?
Malfunctioning. Guys, baseball started yesterday.
It did.
You guys want to talk about some unwritten baseball rules?
I read that list today, the one you sent. There's a lot of freaking unwritten rules.
You want to see how we feel about them? Just give it a thumbs up or thumbs down. I think they're still relevant.
But the thing, a lot of those rules are just the way to be smart in playing the game. I don't know if they're unwritten. It's just ways to play the. You gotta be smart about playing the game. I don't know if they're unwritten. I guess they're unwritten, but some of them are like.
Did you read them already?
No,
Yeah.
I have.
Dude,
I read 'em.
it was supposed to be a blind reaction, bro.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I'm not blind. My eyes are open.
Oh my god.
Ruined the show. Hey, how cool was Melissa, dude? She was a great guest.
Awesome.
Yeah, she was cool.
Yep.
So we want to go through some of these?
Yeah. Some of them are like no brainers. Don't steal when you're ahead. No shit.
Tank, you want to read these off? Because my connection,
All right. Number 1 is never put the tying or go ahead run on base. I don't know what that means.
That's like a no-brainer.
it's a no-brainer.
It's a no-brainer.
Play for the tie at home. Go for the victory on the road.
Yeah, that's just kind of always. Usually, you always do that.
Yeah.
Don't hit a run with Don't hit and run with an 0-2 count.
That's a no-brainer. Why are you gonna swing?
If you strike out, they get a double play. Strike, catch them stealing.
4 is don't play the infield early in the game.
Why risk it?
Makes sense.
Never make the first or third out at third.
Right,
Always go
because
for first, right?
Yeah, because you're killing a potential rally or you're ending an inning. So you don't want to risk stretching a double, triple to inning or to end.
Never steal when you're 2 or more runs down.
See, I don't know about that one.
I'm not sure about. I agree. I'm not so sure about that one. That there could be scenarios. You have a pitcher with a bad move. You got.
And you want to, and you're losing, and you're down. So
you want to catch
something.
up, right?
Yeah. I'm not saying always, but there are situations like Randy says.
7, don't steal when you're well ahead.
Exactly. Why?
Now, this one,
what is well ahead, because we've seen some great comebacks. I don't want to ever stop playing, whether it be in football, basketball, or baseball, because I'm ahead.
Okay,
You
so what for you? What is well ahead?
In a baseball game, it depends how many innings are left. Obviously, 10 runs is a pretty big lead, but there's been teams that have come back from 10 runs if it's an early lead. I'm not so sold on don't steal when you're well ahead, because that almost means you're not trying anymore. You're kind of calling off the dogs. I don't like calling dogs.
So do you still want to be aggressive?
I
That's
still want
basically
to be
what.
aggressive. I want
Basically,
anybody to
that's
give a shit if I am.
basically that's what that's saying is don't be aggressive if you're winning. To me, well ahead is 4 runs. 4 runs is a big freaking deal in baseball, depending on the inning. Depending on if you're like in the sixth inning, 4 runs is a nice lead. Would you say?
Yes, but a grand slam ties the game.
Yeah, but dude, how often do grand slams actually happen? The odds are with you still.
It can happen. I just
It can happen.
this one for like it as an insult, then it's smart as a coach not to do this. I don't want to the option for this and taking shit. You do it, it's on you. Go ahead, handle it. But teams shouldn't get offended if you.
But they do.
That's why I don't like it.
Yeah.
Why are you going to tell me what my strategy is, and you're not defining well ahead? There's been some great comebacks. What's well ahead? I don't know.
You play to win the game.
Hello.
You got move the Seaspiracy. You can't see
What do you mean?
Tank's
Oh,
beautiful.
I got you.
We can't see Tank's beautiful beard.
You kind of like just contradicted yourself though, Hialeah.
What did I say?
So do you play to win or do you not play aggressive?
You play to win the game, dude. It depends. That I think with 4 runs, you're leading by 4 runs. You don't steal if you're like in the sixth inning or further. That's just me.
All right.
Disagree a little bit.
Yeah.
Hey, don't steal third with 2 outs.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
I agree with that one.
Because you are taking potentially the bat out of somebody's hands,
Mhm.
and you're in scoring position, where a
Exactly.
single will probably score you.
Exactly.
All right. 9. Don't bump for a hit when you need a sacrifice.
Yes,
Mhm.
agree.
Mhm.
10. Never throw behind the runner.
Some throw behind the runner. I don't know that.
Yeah, that one I don't know.
What's throwing behind the runner?
I guess that's when they're pitching and they throw behind them. I don't know. I'm not.
That-
you know what? I'm not that well versed in baseball to talk about that one.
That means if there's a dude on first base, for example, and he's running to second, throwing
Yes.
behind them would be throwing to first.
The first,
as opposed
yeah, you never do that.
I mean, there could be scenarios where that works, I guess. I don't know.
I don't think you do that. I actually did that. I remember one time I was playing and I was in the outfield and I just fucked up. I threw it to first instead of throwing it to second. And the guy got to second.
You're right.
Yeah, it's hard. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. But I learned really, really fast when I did that.
He'll take off at second base on you.
Never do that again.
11. Left and right fielders concede everything to center fielder.
Absolutely. The center fielder is the quarterback of the outfield.
Mm-hmm.
12. Never give up a home run on an 0-2 count.
Definitely.
Never. You never want to pitch good enough to get a home run when you've almost got that guy out. You
Yeah,
want to
never
throw a
give him
bat.
a
You
pitch.
want to throw something out of the zone.
Yeah, never give him a pitch.
13. Never let the score influence the way you manage.
Now, this is a contradiction because a lot of rules that for this are saying don't when you're well ahead. That's in direct contradiction with number 9.
Definitely.
So this one, poppycock.
Yeah, because everything before it and probably some of the stuff after it is telling you different.
The next one, don't go against the percentages.
I agree with that. Play the percentages.
I think at times you need to give the manager way that he knows his players, and sometimes you got to go with a gut feeling. Yes, the majority of the time, I think you want to go with the percentages, but every once in a while, you got to roll the dice. I think you can't take that out of somebody's hands as the manager.
Great point.
Um, 15. Take a strike when your club is behind in a ball game.
Yes.
Yeah, you want to work that pitcher a little bit, maybe get that pitch count up. See what the guy's working with. I don't disagree. I think this is a good one.
Next, leadoff hitter must be a base stealer. Designated hitter must be a power hitter.
I agree.
This one's a little bit dated for me. This is old school baseball worked in this, but I think for especially Moneyball, you really want a leadoff hitter to be is a dude that gets on base. You know, because you can have some fast guys that don't get on base. You just want to get on base. Not 100% with it, but I think the the stolen is nowhere nearly as big a problem as it used to be.
Definitely. My favorite all-time player is Ricky Henderson, and he was probably the greatest leadoff ever, bro. He was so good. Either for home runs or just getting on base and hitting and getting that steal. Nobody did it better, and I agree. But like you say, it's not as prevalent as it used to be.
Yeah, Ricky was all of these things. He
Yeah,
could get on base. He could steal. He'll hit a home run. He was just that's what you want. We don't
yeah.
have anybody like today, but that's really
The
what you
the
want.
other one was Vince Coleman. Remember Vince Coleman with the steals? He was free. I think he played for the Cardinals. He was another
Absolutely.
awesome freaking leadoff.
Yeah,
Not so
for
much with the
sure.
home runs, but he was phenomenal.
Absolutely.
Next is never give an intentional walk if first base is occupied.
Yes, definitely.
This rule changed when there was a dude named Barry Bonds playing.
Yep.
They walked that guy
No
with the
matter what.
bases loaded one time.
Crazy, right?
Think
What
about that.
respect.
They were willing to give you a run to not have that guy potentially hit the ground.
Or anything, right? He could have gotten a double, a triple.
A home run, dude.
But in general, that rule is a good rule.
Dude, everybody hates on Barry because of the roids and all the allegations. But dude, his patience at the plate, that had nothing to do with steroids, bro.
Unparalleled.
He picked his pitches well.
Dude, he was amazing.
Great eye.
18. With the runners in scoring position and first base open, walk the number 8 hitter to get to the pitcher.
Definitely.
Absolutely. Every time.
Every time.
unless that pitcher is a really good hitter.
I'll be right back, guys. Keep it going. I'm
Yeah.
good.
What does that mean? There's 8 hitters, and then the next one would be the pitcher.
The National League, which I think, but last year they changed it because of COVID. But National League, the hits, so he's the hitter. In the American League, you have the designated hitter. So you only have 8 true hitters in the National League, and then the 9th batter is usually the pitcher, which is usually not a very good hitter.
Yeah.
So dude's on base and to number 8, and you have first, and you could say, I'm not going to pitch to you. I'll put you on base, and then I'll try to get the pitcher out.
In rundown situations, always run the runner back towards the base from which he came.
Yes, absolutely.
If you play for 1 run, that's all you'll get.
Most of the time. Yeah, most of the time.
That's like when they say, "Though we just got to beat them by one or whatever."
Yeah, they'll sacrifice, so they'll give up an out to move a runner, or they'll give up some outs instead of just trying to hit every batter.
Yeah.
That's what that kind of means.
Don't bunt with a power hitter up.
Yeah. In general, yeah. You might be in a situation where everybody's playing way back, and you have a dude on third, and if your player can lay down a bunt, score that winning run, you'll win. Man, you'll face people. But nobody fucking bunt anymore, dude. Nobody.
Uh, 22 is don't take the bat out of your best hitter's hands by sacrificing in front of him.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
All right. 23. Only use your bullpen stopper in late inning situations.
Definitely.
I agree with this. They have kind of this recently. Well, people have changed their thinking on this, and sometimes the high pressure part of the game can happen earlier in the game. So say you have a 1-run lead, and in the 5th inning you have bases loaded and outs. Some teams have actually their closer in that to get them out of that. But in general, this is solid.
But Randy, more likely than not, you see that happen in the postseason when their backs are against the wall. Not so much during the regular season, but you definitely do see that during the postseason.
Yes, absolutely.
Next is don't use your stopper in a tie game. Only when you're ahead.
Yeah.
Is stopper referring to the catcher?
No, the pitcher, your top relief pitcher.
Okay.
They should just be saying closer, really.
Your closer, exactly.
Okay, the closer. Okay.
Yeah.
Again, I've seen some managers, bring in, a closer in a tie, maybe an extra inning game, extend that game. In general, yeah, but
Postseason.
yeah, definitely more likely in the postseason.
Yeah.
Hit behind the runner at first.
Yeah, usually.
Mm-hmm.
If one of your players gets knocked down by a pitch, retaliate.
This is the major. This is like the number one unwritten rule when you think of unwritten rules, right, Randy?
Yes, this is the rule.
Well, like if somebody gets hit by a pitch, hit one of their players.
Hit one of their players, definitely.
You have to analyze intent sometimes. a pitch can get away from somebody too, right? That can
Yes.
happen. Somebody gets hit with a curveball, on their rear end, not nearly as bad as a fastball to the helmet, right?
Right.
But if it's on purpose, yeah, you got to retaliate.
Elias quiet. He doesn't agree. All right.
No, I agree. I agree with that. I agree with that.
Hit the ball where it's pitched.
Yeah.
Easier to do that. Yeah.
Yeah. Instead of trying to pull it or.
A manager should remain detached from his players.
See, that one's weird.
What is that? Like not hang out with them and shit?
Not get emotional with them, not get personal with them. I've
Distance.
seen this both ways. Like there's some guys that are great and don't, they just tell their players what to do. And then there's other guys who are almost like one of the guys, it's a slippery slope. It can work both ways. It depends on the team and the manager, I would say.
Would you think it's better to stay distant with a younger team and closer with an older team?
Guys, am I still choppy?
A little bit.
Okay.
What do you think?
Yeah, I highly agree. The guys, the more you need to be involved. If you have a team, know what's going on. It's not their first. Oh, you how to handle themselves. So yeah, I think the younger guys, yeah, definitely you got to be more of a mentor.
Definitely. I would think so. Not so much of a friend, more of a mentor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never mention a no hitter while it's in progress.
That's probably rule number 2, right? That you hear about the most.
Yeah. They won't even talk to the pitcher usually when there's a no hitter going. I like this one.
They wouldn't even sit next to him, bro. It's like
Yes.
the guy's on an island.
Right.
The last one, with a right-hander on the mound, don't walk a right-handed hitter to pitch to a left-handed hitter.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of these are like make sense kind of rules. It's just part of playing the game.
You wanna
That's it for
hear?
those.
You wanna hear the ones I got?
Yeah, go ahead, shoot, man. Because there's some other ones. I'm gonna wait to see if you have one that I'm thinking of on your list before I spew it out.
All right. There's some that are shared, but the first one here that wasn't on there is do not bunt to break up a no hitter.
Yeah, you don't do that, dude. That's fucking shady, bro. You don't do that, bro. That's fucking being a bitch. That's a bitch move.
What if you're in a 0-0 no hitter in the bottom of the 9th, and you got to get on. You're trying to win.
How often is that gonna happen, bro?
It could happen. I've seen it happen.
That happened once in the World Series.
Did it?
It happened in the World Series. I don't. I know Pittsburgh was one of the teams, and I think it was like either the 60s or the 50s. And this guy took a no hitter like into the 13th inning. And
I remember Jack Morris for the Twins. I think he took like a no hitter into the 10th inning. If I'm not mistaken, I don't remember.
I think you might be right. It wasn't the one I'm talking about, though.
No, yours is way before. In general, that's a solid rule, but I can see in a tight game.
Exceptions, right?
Dude, you're trying to win, man. If this is a way I can win, especially if it's a pitcher that doesn't cover the bunt well, or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. It's gonna be controversial, either way.
Yeah, definitely.
The next one is do not swing on a 3-0 count when your team is comfortably ahead.
Even if your team is not comfortably ahead, why would you swing?
Repeat the question one more time, Tank, or the rule one more time.
Do not swing on a 3-0 count when your team is comfortably ahead.
What if they just throw you a meatball down the middle of the plate and you're Barry Bonds?
That might be the exception.
And you know you're going to put dates.
That might be the exception.
But in general, yes. You know what I mean? Like I keep repeating the same thing. In general, yes, but there could be scenarios where, shit, man, we're trying to win, dude.
Yeah.
But this one is when you're winning.
But in this one, yeah, you're already comfortably ahead.
But you're trying to get some insurance.
Okay,
I don't know.
Play aggressive.
But let's say you're up 3-0, then let's say you take a great pitch. You're still up 3-1.
Listen, as much as when I'm switching to football, as much as when I see the Patriots or Brady when they're winning throw a bomb.
Jake, what time is it? 12? What time is it? It took 2 hours? What time is it?
An hour and 40 it took them.
It took them an hour and 40. It might be a new record. We might have set a new record tonight, guys.
I've gone long enough. It's time. So as much as I hate what's up, Nico? Much as I hate seeing that as a fan of the team, you're probably like, hell yeah, that bomb. Get a down. But in general, yeah, dude.
You don't swing.
All right. Do not spend time admiring a home run you hit.
That's so fucking admire your fucking work.
Damn, dude. You know how hard it is to hit a home run, dude?
Exactly, bro. Fucking flip that bat. Do what the fuck you want, bro. Fucking do a ballerina. Do a fucking little twirl as a ballerina on your tippy toes. Do what the fuck. Bring a little fun to it.
Here's how I would do it if I was a player. If I'm facing a pitcher that always does like one of those when they strike you out, or whatever, I'm when I hit that, I'm going to if I'm facing an old veteran that's always professional, I'm not going to try to show that guy up. I might look at it a little bit, but I'm not going to, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But, dude, it's hard to hit a home run. You're allowed, within reason, to enjoy that for a little bit. Don't show the guy up. Don't take a minute on the bases, But, come on, man.
Are you going to put a Sharpie out of your sock? And do something like that. I'm comparing it to the NFL.
Yeah, I'm with you. Enjoy it. Have a little flair. That's old thinking. Yeah. The Hispanics now, they like to do the backflip. They're bringing a little bit of that flavor in. Have some fun with it. Don't make it.
Right.
Baseball's kind of for some people. Put a little pizzazz in there. What? Don't be so sensitive, Don't. When you strike.
At the end of the day, if you don't want him to fucking do that, don't fucking give him a pitch to hit a home run on.
Yeah, don't let me do that.
Exactly.
When you strike me out, pump your fist, do your thing. Everybody have fun. It's entertainment. Don't be so sensitive.
Exactly. I agree.
All right. I don't know if this one is the same because I don't know what this means, but do not work the count if your team is winning or losing by a significant amount.
That means if you're winning or losing by a lot, don't work the count. Means to take a lot of pitches, So maybe you take some pitches that maybe you would swing at. You're trying to work the pitch count up. that can be useful if you're losing by a lot.
Of course.
You could get on base. You get a couple runners on base. Somebody hits a home run. You get back in the game.
And also it makes the opponent, the opposite team, go through pitchers. And baseball, you play in series, so that could affect the games coming up. If you go through their bullpen, or you know what I mean.
Absolutely. You
Yeah.
get that dude's pitch count. Maybe you lose today, but you're playing for tomorrow. You're not going to see
Exactly.
that guy tomorrow, so
Mhm.
you're helping yourself for tomorrow. That
Right.
comes into play a lot in baseball. You're playing a series. Maybe your starter's getting shelled, and you're
Mhm.
like, you know what? Take one for the team. I'm going to need you to eat some innings, take your lumps. I don't want to waste my bullpen today. I
Right.
got to play tomorrow. Sorry, you're gonna have to take some lumps today. So yeah, there's so many scenarios. Baseball's all, it's up here. And real fans get to those little nuances, and
Mhm.
that's what they like. Most to the naked eye, it's like, what's going on here? But all those little things is what I like about baseball.
Yeah, because it's not just that game that they're playing at that moment. It could go further.
It could be what I saw today in April, I may use in September or October. And you disrespect my guy in April, I'll bean you in September. Or
They
I'll
don't
bean
forget.
they don't forget.
forget.
I'll bean you next year. I'm gonna remember that.
Yeah, they don't forget. Baseball definitely does not forget.
Next is do not rub the spot where you were hit by a pitch.
No.
Ooh, I haven't heard that one.
That's true. I like that.
Why?
Never let them see you sweat.
You're not. Yeah, you're not letting them see you sweat. You're not giving them the satisfaction.
I always remember switching to football. Jim Brown.
Yes.
Jim Brown used to say, no matter how hard they hit me, no matter what, I bounce right back up. I run back to the huddle. I never let them see me get hurt. I never let them think that they could hurt me. And I think there's something to that.
Mm-hmm.
Next is do not walk in front of a catcher or umpire when walking to the batter's box.
I don't know. Never heard that one.
So you always
Alright.
walk around them.
I guess.
Yeah.
I haven't heard that one either, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, I forgot to mention it, but these are all for you guys probably noticed. These are all for the batters. Do not
Okay.
stand on the dirt near home plate when the pitcher's warming up. I
Yeah.
guess I always step outside.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right. That makes sense.
This one that I can see in other sports, and I don't agree with it. Do not assist a member of the opposing team. I don't really agree with that one, but
you don't.
But you do. What's the big deal?
If I'm playing pickup basketball with my boys, whatever, I'm gonna get you
Of
fall.
course, that's different. That's different.
That's different. If I am of that old Larry Bird, Michael Jordan,
Randy, real quick. We used to play for the Hialeah Parks. I know I did. I'm pretty sure you did too.
I played with you, dude, in Hialeah Parks.
When we would play, or other parks would come play you at our park, at Mylander or Oakwin or wherever park you did, they were not friends.
Right.
They were not friends, and you did not freaking help them. And it's the same thing. I could see that even more in the pros, in college, in high school. You don't know those guys, bro. If you're playing pickup basketball, fuck yeah, those are your boys. You're picking them up. You're not playing. You're just playing. You're not playing for. But when you're playing another park, even just a freaking another park, it's a big freaking. I remember we used to always lose to Kotzen. Kotzen was the freaking park that we never used to beat.
We were always scared to go in there.
We were scared too,
I s-
bro.
I swear to God, we were always shitting
We
our
were
pants.
always scared to play Kotzen.
Dude,
Kotzen,
it felt like adults from the neighborhood were
yes,
playing in the games, like people's dads were playing against
yes,
kids.
yes, bro. Kotzen was the fucking park that nobody wanted to play because you
Hell
were
no.
playing fucking adults and you were fucking 14.
Yeah.
Okay. You didn't put your hand out to lift somebody up off the ground. So
No, I'm not doing that in a professional game.
I ain't
I'm not.
doing that shit either. I ain't patting nobody on the ass from the other team either.
I will say this. If, and this one I do like, if when those dudes go to the railing in baseball to try to catch a foul ball and they're gonna fall over and they could get seriously hurt,
That's different.
I think that one's cool. Hold
Yeah.
the guy, or catch him. That one I like, because that could be a serious injury.
Yeah.
But I'm not helping you off the ground, dude. Get up
No.
yourself.
I ain't freaking extended a hand to pick you up.
Yeah.
If you're on the other team.
Right.
It ain't happening.
Well, that's why you guys are stuck in your old man ways.
You're helping him up, Tank?
Yeah, hell yeah. I do it all the time.
Hell no. Hell no. No, that's a fire.
Got any more or
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Don't speak to a pitcher who's in the process of a no-hitter.
Yeah.
Then for the pitcher, a pitcher who is removed from the game in the middle of an inning must stay in the dugout until the end of the inning. And
I think so.
I'm fine with that.
You got us in this mess. You watch the rest of this mess.
With us.
Yeah. And I'm not even a fan of them hitting the showers, dude, early. Stay in that dugout, dude. Everybody else was in that dugout watching you, even if they weren't playing. You stay with us. You know who used to do that all the time? Rest in peace. Jose Fernandez, dude. That guy was front.
Who?
Jose Fernandez.
Really?
Yeah. He would never go to the showers early. He'd be on the front of the dugout, good or bad, whatever he did,
That's the way it should be. That's the way it should be.
It's your team, dude. It's your, even if you're losing,
I'm in total agreement with that, dude. It just shows you fucking care. You're there in the fucking trenches.
Port.
Yeah.
You gonna help him up though or not?
If he's on my team, yes.
Yeah, if he's on your team, you help him up. Hell yeah.
A pitcher should not indicate displeasure if one of his fielders commits an error.
That's not helpful.
It's done.
You do that quietly in the dugout later. Bro.
That's a tough one, dude. It's like nobody fucking meant to make an error. Nobody meant to drop a fucking ball. Nobody feels worse than them.
Sometimes there's a hustle issue.
Hustle is different. Hustle is different.
Yeah. But still, I still think you wait, and then in the dugout, you grab that rookie or whoever,
What if he's a veteran and you're the rookie?
Then you need to chill and hope one of your other teammates that is also a veteran does that. And
So you're not up for when Brady gets in somebody's face, or is he okay because he's 20 years in?
He likes to show people up on the field. What I'm saying is, regardless, you try not to do that on the field, and you quietly do that on the sideline.
I'm in total agreement. You don't want to put anybody. You don't want to put anybody on the spot like that. You praise in public, you critique in private.
You address it, but there's a time and place and way
right
to address it, I think.
Dude, I never noticed this until now, but this has notable incidents that have happened of these things we just talked about. I don't know if you guys want me to read them out.
Sure.
Sure.
Um, okay, in the 1960s, Stan Williams, a pitcher who played, wrote the names of players he felt he had to retaliate against on the inside of his baseball cap.
Damn.
Um,
Like a hit list.
yeah,
So he's like Arya from Game of Thrones.
Definitely.
this one's cool because you were talking about that baseball doesn't forget. In 1979, pitcher Ed Farmer allowed a home run to Wayne Gross, and felt that he took too long rounding the bases. The next time they faced each other was 4 years later. They were teammates, and Farmer hit Gross during batting practice.
That's taking it to the extreme, but I get it.
That's such a good story, though. I love it.
Yeah.
In '64 game between the Reds and Phillies, Chico Ruiz stole home during a scoreless game while Frank Robinson, their best hitter, was at bat. The Phillies felt this was violated baseball's unwritten rules, and he was hit in the ribs during an at bat.
Wow.
I could see both ways. I could see I'm going to win this game,
Mhm.
but I'm going to get drilled in the ribs next time, probably. Still won the game, and go ahead, drill me in the ribs.
It's worth it, right?
It was worth it. You won a game.
Bob Gibson, a pitcher, was known adherent of the unwritten rules. He once beat an opposing batter for a perceived slight that occurred 15 years earlier.
Bob Gibson's a legend, dude. He just recently died. I think he died within the last year.
Really?
Yeah, Bob Gibson died. I think it's within the last year, maybe 2 years tops. You can
Yeah,
look it up.
October 2020.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude.
man.
That
I
guy.
haven't. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Hialeah.
No, go ahead. That guy, what?
Oh, that guy's a legend, dude. He's a fierce competitor. One of the all-time great. I have an autograph jersey of his in my
Wow.
bar. I didn't even know he passed, dude.
Yeah, he passed, dude. And that guy, you couldn't dig in because he would fucking move your ass back. Digging is like get into the fucking plate. That guy was no fucking. It was all business, bro. You did not fuck with that guy.
Have you ever seen like pictures of his like follow through and motion? It's so kind of unorthodox. Let me see if I can show any of them.
Yeah, but the guy was a beast. I think he had like 1 year, I believe it was 68, where his ERA was fucking nothing practically. One of the greatest seasons ever. Yeah, Bob
And he had
Gibson.
that old school delivery
Yeah.
like this.
Yeah. That guy's an all-time great, bro. All-time great. He was one of these guys you didn't fuck with that guy.
Yeah.
You came up to the plate and you were fucking scared for your life, basically.
All-time great. 15 years, huh? He waited.
Yeah.
I believe it.
Nolan Ryan adhered to unwritten rules and was known to retaliate for violations against other teams, players with beanballs. He would also throw beanballs at hitters who bunted to him, making him field his position. The White Sox took issue with his brushback pitches, leading to a brawl between Ryan and Robin Ventura after Ryan threw at him in a game in '93.
Ryan's another all-time great.
Yeah, love that guy. Probably my favorite pitcher of all time. That incident, I wouldn't go so far as to call it a brawl. It was more of a ass whooping. Nolan Ryan, as an old man, got a young Robin a headlock, and he was just like, "Ah, ah."
Yeah, he was in his 40s when that shit happened, dude.
He was an old man, and Robin Ventura was a young man.
Yeah. Who did Robin Ventura play for? Was it the Twins?
White Sox.
The White Sox. Okay. See,
Yeah.
I said the Twins, but I thought it was the Brewers for some reason.
Brushback pitches is when they make you move back.
Yeah. When they make you get off the fucking plate.
If you're crowding the plate, yeah.
Yeah, they scare your ass back. Get the fuck off the plate. Yeah, Robin. Yeah, he grabs Robin Ventura in the headlock.
There's two pictures that encapsulate Nolan Ryan's Texas Rangers career for me. It's scenario. Look at Pudge Rodriguez.
You're not sharing.
Oh, sorry, guys. My bad. We're here.
Yeah, look
And
at
then
it.
having the one where he got hit with the line drive in the face,
Ooh, I don't remember that.
and then he just kept pitching. Just like a man's man, right?
Yeah, you didn't fuck with him, dude. It's the same thing with Gibson. You didn't fuck with him. It was like no nonsense, right? They wouldn't smile.
Yeah.
They wouldn't smile. They wouldn't crack a joke. It was just
And then
fucking.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good.
When you heard Brian pitching, it was like he would throw it and then you hear, ugh! It would be like when the girls play tennis and you hear, ugh!
Yes.
Every pitch would be like a grunt. Ugh! Right. It was just he was a fun guy to watch play.
What did he have? 7 no-hitters?
Yeah, that'll never be broken.
No, never.
They take you out of games now because your pitch count's too high. He might have pitched 200 pitches in some games, probably.
Dude, and he pitched late into his 40s, right? 45, 46 years old, something like that.
Yeah, and that Tom Brady.
The Tom
Realm.
Brady of baseball.
Yeah, I don't think he got caught cheating ever.
He did. He also didn't win as many. Well, he might have. You never know with the pitchers. But he was more of a fastball pitcher. But of course, he didn't win as many championships as Brady.
No
No
hitters have to be you play the whole game.
You pitch the whole game and nobody gets a hit on you.
Yeah, nobody gets a hit.
Like they can't take you out in the fucking 8th and then
No. Then it's a combined no hitter. If the other guy comes in and finishes the game with no hits, it's a combined no hitter.
In '94, Jordan stole third while they were winning 11-0.
Does it say what inning they were in?
No.
That seems unnecessary.
That's Brian Jordan, right? Was that Brian Jordan?
No, Jordan.
Michael Jordan?
Michael
yeah,
Jordan?
and the minors, yeah.
Oh, in the minors, okay.
Even more lame.
Yeah, that's Bush League.
Yeah.
Isn't he like an aggressive player?
It was in basketball, maybe not so much in did he need to do that in baseball?
He wouldn't be playing in basketball with the equivalent of a 11-0 lead. That's like a 33-point lead in basketball. He'd be on the bench.
He'd be on the bench, exactly. Yeah, that's Bush League, dude. That's bullshit.
That's like when they fucking dribble the ball at the end. Fuck that, bro. Keep playing.
You know what? If he did that, that would be embarrassing. I would be like fucking hiding your face after you did that, dude.
When they run
Just
out
seems
the 22 seconds just dribbling, fuck that.
See, I don't got a problem with that.
Yeah, that's okay. I don't know.
Wow.
That's like running the ball in football in your head. You know, that's
Exactly. I don't got a problem.
you just want to
with
get
that.
out of there, right?
You
Let's
just
get
want to
out
get
of
the
here.
fuck out, right?
Yeah.
You guys want me to keep going with these? I think I got like 6 more.
Okay,
Six
yeah, let's run
more?
through them quickly. Let's run through them.
6 more?
Yeah.
Wow.
A-Rod was what?
I'm sorry, let's do them quickly because I really want to get to these Jordan Peterson rules.
My rules are better.
Okay.
A-Rod was twice criticized for violating unwritten rules. In 07, Rodriguez distracted Howie Clark from catching a pop-up while he ran the bases. What do you guys think about that one?
Bush League.
I think it's funny.
I never liked that guy.
Okay, but let's say it wasn't him. I don't. I think it's funny.
I never liked that guy because he's the type of guy to do that. Who else does that?
This guy
Remember the hand
Beltran.
swatting where he tried to swat the ball out of the guy in his glove while he was running.
I think I vaguely remember that. I think I do. Yeah, it's kind of fucking lame.
What about
Like
the
a
guy from
dick.
the? What about the guy from the
Dick.
Texans? I think his name was like Beltran or some shit like that.
What,
Huh?
what did he do?
What did
He
do?
was he was always fucking around, like doing funny shit like that. Like he would run out, like when he was in a rundown, he would run out into the field.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Like obviously he was out, but you know he. Actually, I just saw like a compilation of him today, and shit like that. He just did a bunch of funny shit. I don't really remember what his name was. It was something like that though. And then, all right, so then during a 2010 game between the A's, he ran from first to third base on a foul ball and crossed the pitcher's mound while returning to first base.
Who did Alex did
Yeah,
that?
yeah, Alex.
Just kind of lame, dude.
He's a dick. He's arrogant, bro. He's just a dick.
Fuck that guy.
I liked him when he was young in Seattle. He was fucking. When he went to Texas is when his fucking his his perception, I guess.
I feel like
taking
whenever
hold.
I hear about him, I feel like Scarface when they hang the guy from the helicopter and he tells Sosa, that piece of shit. I never liked that guy.
I never liked that piece of shit. Never liked that piece of shit. Sosa was the guy that they hung. No, Sosa was the other dude.
He was the main guy in
Yeah.
Colombia.
It was F. Murray Abraham that they hung. That he had the pot that guy actually won an Oscar. The guy that they hung from the helicopter, F. Murray Abraham.
For what though? What did he win an Oscar for?
Best supporting actor for Amadeus.
Wow.
Ben Davis bunted against Church Schilling during a potential perfect game in 01.
Yeah, you know.
That's tough.
What was the score? You know.
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
Well, these are all the same shit. In 14, Andrew Kashner was throwing a no-hitter, and then Dominic Brown bunted.
Okay, real quick. Do you guys want to be known as the guy that bunted to break up a no-hitter?
No, I think only in late inning situations where the game is tight should that be cool. If you're losing by 5 runs in the 9th inning, don't fucking bunt, dude.
The game's in doubt. The game's in doubt. That's you say it's okay. Anything to fucking win.
Yeah.
But if it's like you're losing, even by let's say you're bunting and you're losing by 3, and it's a fucking no-hitter, are you gonna bunt?
Nah, I don't like it. 2 runs or less. Eh.
Two runs? Is that our?
That's cool because bunt the next home run, you're in a tie game.
2 runs is our threshold, right? 2
I
runs,
think so.
They'll do it.
I think so. Late in the game.
Okay, it's the 9th inning. You got 1 out. Nothing's happened. You're the last fucking batter. You gonna bunt?
Maybe not as the last batter, but like no outs. Fuck it. Bunt. By any means necessary. We're trying. I'm sorry, no hitter. I'm trying to win. I can win this game.
You don't apologize for trying to win.
No, dude. What? Oh, unwritten rule. I'm trying to win this game. I think I can win this game. I'm not bunting. Break up your no hitter.
What if it's not a no hitter and it's a perfect game?
I don't care. I'm bunting to win this game. I'm not bunting to break up your perfect game. You know what I mean? if you're just bunting to break up the no hitter, that is bush league. But if you're bunting because your best move is for me to bunt and that gives me a better chance to win, hey man, win.
Can't argue that, right?
We're trying to win, dude.
You're trying to
I-
win. You can't argue with that. And if people want to fucking argue that, well, you know what? Fuck you.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Exactly.
Is that it?
Yeah. Well, no, but let's just move on.
Go ahead, give us one more.
All right.
I think we've written all the unwritten rules today.
All right. The latest one in 2020. Tatis Jr. from the Padres was accused of breaking. He swung at a 3-0 pitch with the bases loaded, and he got a grand slam. So he went 11-0. The team went up 11-0.
Hey man, don't throw me one down the plate, dude, if you don't want me to hit it out.
Exactly. Don't fucking throw the pitch.
He later issued an apology the following day in another game against the Rangers. He broke another unwritten rule by stealing third base when his team was leading by 6 in the 4th inning. That's early though. You should steal, right?
I don't got a problem with that. That's okay, bro. It's
I
not
don't
that
know.
big. It's not that
That's-
big a deal. And to Randy's point, don't fucking throw the pitch.
Says a lot of people came to his defense though
Exactly.
for stealing.
It's not that
A
big
lot-
a deal. Dude.
A lot of this stuff is old school thinking stuff, you know?
He threw him that meatball, bro.
Hey, bro, you throw me that meatball, I'm gonna eat it, bro. All right, is that it for baseball rules?
Yeah.
You guys want to do some more rules or?
Let's do the 12 rules, though. The Peterson one.
I'm gonna
Okay.
go grab a water. I'll be right back.
All right. So, should we wait for Tank to get into these rules?
Yeah.
All right, man. So, has my connection gotten any better, or am I
Yes,
still
it has.
really?
It has.
Okay, I'm glad, man, because I seriously wanted to end the show. Sucks, but maybe we'll have her on another day that we can
She
do
was
it a little
great, man. She was great.
Yeah, dude, I
All good guests.
I love entrepreneurs, and she's kind of unique in that she does a job that's not traditional for a woman. That's kind of cool. So that was awesome.
Does your wife freak out like when there's a lizard in the house?
Yeah.
What's up with we didn't even bring up lizards, bro, but a lizard in my house it's almost like a fucking dragon. There's a fucking dragon in my house, bro. The yells that I hear, and it's like even a fucking little baby lizard. It's like, what the fuck happened? There's a lizard. You gotta come get it. And usually it's those geckos.
Yeah.
And it's like a fucking dragon, dude. A fire-breathing dragon you would think is inside our fucking house.
Well, out here we're used to like the big iguanas, the geckos, squirrels, rabbits. What else have we seen out here? Snakes.
You seen a lot of snakes?
Yeah.
What kind? Cottonmouths?
No, I haven't seen anything poisonous. I've seen some black ones that I don't know exactly what they are. I've seen like some corn snakes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've seen anything poisonous, but yeah, we see them every once in a while.
Around my neighborhood, we basically live on a preserve where our neighborhood's surrounded by a little preserve, and I go riding bike and I'll see the water moccasins, the cottonmouths.
Yeah.
Cottonmouth snakes all over. I think there were, in the news, somebody in here got bitten by one last year.
What's the name of that?
Cottonmouth. Where I live?
The preserve that you're talking about, does it have a name?
I don't know if it has a name. I know I live in Cobblestone.
What
But
were you about to say before I interrupted you?
the one I've never seen a coral snake.
No, and that's the most dangerous one.
Yeah, that's the most dangerous one.
And there's an inverse of it that's a garden variety, and it's instead of orange and black. There's like a little rule to it that I don't know,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I stay away either way.
Yeah, it's so hard to know when you freaking see one, right? I think it's black, red, and yellow, and the colors are a different pattern for the non venomous one, and they adapted that, as a defense. It's super cool. I think that's a freaking super cool.
So king snake and coral snake. When do you guys want to read that out, just in case?
Tank.
Blow it up. Want to know how to tell the difference between a venomous coral snake and a non-venomous lookalike called the scarlet king snake? They both have black, red, and yellow rings, so they can be difficult to distinguish when you encounter one in the wild. If you spot the snake in North America, this article will help you work out the difference.
Damn, dude. If you see that, okay, it's yellow, red. It's black, yellow, red. You see how close that shit is?
Yeah, dude. Like not take.
I see that snake. I will not be able to tell the difference, bro. I'm sorry.
So if the yellow and red rings are touching, it's venomous.
It's venomous.
But I'm just not risking it, dude.
Of course.
Either way. All right, let's go to Jordan Peterson's 12 rules for living. Number 1, stand up straight with your shoulders back.
That's harder to do than you think, bro.
I'm a sloucher.
I try to be straight, but a lot of times I walk my dog every day, and sometimes I catch myself just looking at the floor when I'm walking my dog. It's like, why am I fucking staring at the floor? Look up, look. It's just subconsciously. I'm like, what? I'm looking at what the fuck's on the floor? Nothing's on the fucking floor. Look up.
To find some money.
That is true.
Number 2, treat yourself like you are someone you are responsible for helping. Anybody?
Tank.
Yo, you want us to like say what we think about those?
I mean,
Like if
that
we
would be
agree
nice.
with them or not, or
A little commentary, it's a podcast.
A little interjection would be nice.
no?
No, what?
I obviously agree with that one. By the way, Jordan Peterson is like a clinical, what is he? Psychologist and psychology professor. He provides life advice through essays. I love this guy. He's one of my favorite podcast guests. I've seen him on a few different podcasts. He has some interesting points of view. But that I guess that just means treat yourself good. Sometimes some people treat themselves too good. Some people are too hard on themselves. But I think it's a good rule.
Do you think that gets easier the older you get?
Yes.
I agree.
Think when young, you may overindulge in things, but they're not necessarily things you would. Okay, for example, when you're young, you may get into, partying, but you're not necessarily going to, which feels good and it feels like you're treating yourself good and you're doing, but you may not necessarily have somebody that you're taking care of party. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just, I know I really used to beat myself up when I was younger, a lot more than I do now. I think I've grown more comfortable into, and not beating myself up as much as I used to. It
You're
still
more
happens from time to time, but nowhere near what it used to happen.
you're more comfortable in your own skin.
Yes.
All right. Yeah. Absolutely. There's less fucks to give as you get older.
Yeah, and the older you get, the more you realize that.
Yeah.
And like you've always hear like older people, he just didn't give a fuck, and my God, he would just say everything on his mind, and you see that from older and older, and then as you get older and older, you start seeing it in yourself, and it's like, oh shit,
It's liberating.
yeah, it is.
Number 3, make friends with people who want the best for you.
Definitely, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
You don't want to be hanging around haters or
just
jealous.
drags
Yeah.
you down.
Yeah.
Just drags you down, dude. And misery loves company. A lot of people that are miserable wants you to see you miserable.
Yeah. I think you could also flip this the other way, make sure you want the best for your friends,
Definitely,
which is the other way, right?
yeah. And associate yourself with good people too. People that are gonna bring out the best in you. You don't want to freaking, you know, be around people that are gonna bring you down. People that
Yes.
are actually gonna do aspiring to something, or they're not stuck in a spot, and you
It's
find
hard
yourself.
to do that sometimes with people you've known a long time, right?
It is. It is.
Because there's a familiarity
A
and a
loyalty.
history,
A loyalty.
right? But at a certain point, I always look at people's aura,
Hmm.
and there's always people who are either all about themselves or doom and gloom all the time, and no matter what you do, you can't get them out of that, or you can't help them, and then that just ends up sucking out of your life force, and
How do
won't
you
help
feel? How do you feel like, let's say, when a professional? I'm just gonna use professional athletes. They come into the freaking big contract and all this. Oh man, you know what? He forgot where he came from. He forgot who his friends were, who was there for him. How do you feel about that?
Are we talking about like their family, or what are we talking about?
Family, friends, guys that they hung out with from high school, stuff like. Usually it's high school. I'm not even going to college. It's people that have been with you when you were young, and all of a sudden now you come into money, and it's like, oh, dude, he forgot where he came from.
Well,
It could be music, it could be sports, it could be anything.
that's a slippery slope, right? Because you look at a guy like Mike Tyson, who still used to go back to his old neighborhood, and start shit, or hang out with, criminals. Let's be frank, in some cases, you know, there's a reason that he made it out of there, and it's not to go back there, right? And
Okay, you brought up Mike Tyson,
yeah.
Aaron Hernandez.
Hmm. Good example.
Where would he be if he would have just left that behind him? He'd be alive.
He's a complicated case because I think there was
It was a
more.
lot.
There was more. I don't think that guy necessarily grew up in a place like Tyson. I
He
think he
did.
just grew up in an abusive scenario.
He had the father that was very domineering.
Yeah.
Very.
I certainly am not a fan of forgetting where you came from and forgetting people who helped you. But I also understand that just because you made money, you can't be giving all your old high school buddies capital to start their pizza joint that they think is a great idea, or yeah, everybody's always coming at you with a business idea, probably when you have, money. You know, I got to take care of my family. I got to take care of me. I don't know how long I'm going to be playing. I don't know what else I can do. So it's it's complicated, right?
You hear a lot of stories of, oh my God, he made so much money and now he's broke. He's on the street. He's this because they do exactly that. It's a tough one, but you know what? You're gonna make enemies, I guess, or leave friends behind, but you can't bring everybody with you. It's hard. It's a tough situation. I just gotta say.
Yeah, I mean, you know who I saw the other day on Shannon Sharp's show on ESPN? They had
Mhm.
Alvin Kamara on there the other day,
Mhm.
and Sharp uh, likes to flex with his shoe collection, and he's always dressed like $1 million. So he was talking to Kamara about, like, what's the most expensive thing you bought? What have you been wasting money on? And he was like, you know what, dude, I haven't even touched my money. I want to buy my mom a house, but she hasn't decided. I don't really waste my money like that. I haven't really bought anything outlandish, which good for him, dude. He seems like he has a good head on his shoulders.
Very good for him, dude. Very good for him.
Let's move to number 4 here. Compare yourself with yesterday, not who some is. What do you guys think about that?
Like, make yourself better. I never saw a reason to compare yourself to somebody else. Like, yeah, you know what? It'd be nice, but I never think about, like, yeah, I want to be like that guy. Just try to be a better you, because you can only be you.
Best version of you.
Yeah, but again, and to your point, Tank, you're younger than us. It was that's harder to do when you're younger. So kudos to you. Because when you're young, you're comparing to your friends. Hey, man, my friends are fucking doing this and doing this, and my life, I'm still doing this. I haven't moved forward, and that could be a downer, and that happens, and some people get stuck.
I have to tell you, I do think this is a good rule in general, but I also think that if you have a mentor or somebody to look up to, or somebody that has accomplished something, I do think it's helpful to try to, you know, maybe get some help from them or ask them some I think it's always you can always learn things, from other people. That doesn't mean that you think you're a failure if you don't reach what they reached, or you know. But
Exactly.
I do
Good
think
point.
that there's something to be said for, like, somebody who's willing to mentor or help, or you know guide you. There's been people in my life that I've looked up to, or I still look up to, and I've been like, damn, I'm glad I learned something from them. They're a part of who I am, or what I've learned, or stuff like that.
And sometimes you learn from people that did it the wrong way.
There's no lesson. Sometimes you learn from your own shit. There's
Yeah,
no better lesson than that. Do you fuck up? You're gonna learn, dude.
you're gonna learn hard
Yeah.
and fast.
Number 5. Do not let your children do anything that makes you dislike them.
Hopefully, you could keep them from doing that.
Yeah, it's a little tough one because at a certain point, what say do you have?
You could only be you, bro. You can't control your kids, bro. They're gonna live their life and make their mistakes. And you just hope you're there for them, where you can help them.
Can I tell you a personal experience of mine?
Of course.
My son Bruno. Obviously, I love him to death. I'll do anything for him. There's one thing in specific that he does that I cannot stand it. He spends an inordinate amount of time watching this dude on YouTube play Minecraft. Preston. The guy's like 27 years old. And he talks like this. Oh my God, I've got into this room. There comes the creeper. And I hear that and I want to throw my shoe at the television.
At
But
the
he loves
television, at the television, or at Bruno
Both.
for watching.
Usually the television, but I know the television is expensive. But
It's easier to throw it at Bruno.
yeah, no, I don't actually do it, but I feel like it.
But does that make you not like the person Bruno is?
I don't like that thing that he does. I'm not saying that makes me dislike him, but I guess I try to be more of a doer than and I never understood watching people play video games. Why don't you just play?
Dude, I can't understand that either, bro.
It's fun.
I can't. My bonus child comes here like every Saturday, and he comes here and he comes up to the family room and he just. I love him to death. Great kid, great man. He's a good young man, and he just watches I think it's Fortnite or some shit, and other people, and there's announcers, and I'm looking at the screen and he's got it on our TV, and I'm like, how the fuck can you even tell what the fuck is going on, dude? What the fuck is that? I'm just seeing things blowing up and this, and he'll just have that on for hours watching it. I don't get it. I just don't get it, and that's a big thing now. I think who's the famous one? Ninja, fucking millionaire player, and their careers are done like by 20, like you said, 27. That's old. That guy's life is almost done as a gamer. It's all 16, 17, 18, 19-year-olds. I wouldn't mind watching my friends play like a Madden game, and then I'm next. But just seeing them and I'm never getting a chance to play, fuck no.
I mean, we're showing our age here, Hialeah. I'm with you. The only time I could see watching somebody play is if I want to learn,
Exactly.
And then they have to be really entertaining otherwise, right?
You would think.
And I
but
just
not if he's talking like you just the demonstration you just gave.
Dude, I want to punch him in the face when I hear him talking, dude.
I wanted to punch you.
Yeah.
Dude, go play baseball. Don't watch people play baseball.
Yeah, but that's no.
What?
Go play basketball. Don't watch people play basketball.
But that's a sport, dude.
Yeah, it's a sport.
Gaming is a sport too.
We're getting into another podcast.
I don't think it's a fucking. Come on.
It's not an athletic sport. It's not an. They make millions.
It's a competition.
Just because they make millions doesn't mean it's a sport.
It's not an athletic sport. It's an e-sport.
Okay, so is chess a sport?
Yes.
Chess is a sport to you.
It's a skill, right?
It's a game.
Yeah.
You're good at a game.
All right.
Hey, it's okay. We can disagree.
No, I mean, yeah, I get what you're saying too, but we're showing our age on that one.
We're showing our age.
Yeah.
I would definitely admit to that.
Yeah, it's out of our comfort zone.
A lot of people don't think golf is a sport.
I rather watch grass grow.
Then golf?
Yeah.
Dude, golf is hard, bro.
Oh, I get that. It's just not fun. I have never watched golf, and I'll basically watch anything.
You've never watched Tiger Woods when that was good.
I've certainly seen highlights. I've never sat down and said, "Oh, it's the Augusta, dude. Come over. Bring us 12-pack. It's going to be lit, bro."
I gotta say, I've never been like that either. But there are people that do that, and they fucking follow.
Never, never, dude. You may not like baseball, but if the Marlins are in the playoffs or the World Series, come on, dude,
You're
come
watching.
over. We'll
Yeah.
watch. Golf. Maybe because there's not a team affiliation, with it. Maybe
What
you
about
know.
tennis?
I'll watch a little tennis. I could get into a little tennis every once in a while.
Tennis is exciting, bro.
Yeah, and the women are really good. Also, they're men and women are very competitive. I like tennis. I don't
My,
watch it normally, but I watch that way more than I watch golf.
my favorite Bjorn Borg from the 19 if from our sponsor, Man of Action Figures, Bjorn Borg, the tennis pop.
Absolutely. After we finish these 12 rules, I'm going to show a couple of things from Man of Action Figures. Number 6, set your house in perfect order before you criticize the world.
Definitely. And everybody's guilty of not doing that.
Yeah. Agree and agree. Number 7, pursue what is meaningful, not what is expedient. I guess that means pursue what's important, not what's convenient, even if it's wrong or easy, but not maybe,
That's another hard one, wouldn't you say?
yes, at times. Absolutely. I get it. But it's a good rule.
It is.
Number 8, tell the truth or at least don't lie. I like telling the truth.
I do as well.
I want to be told the truth. I want to tell the truth.
Do you really?
In general,
It's hard. Everybody says, "Hey, man, tell me the truth. I want to hear it like it is." And this, but okay. But this is my thing with this, right? I have this issue when I hear people say, "Oh man, he tells it like it is.
mm-hmm.
He's a straight shooter. He
Mm-hmm.
tells you." Right? You've heard all that, right?
Love it.
Okay, you love it.
Love it.
But at the end of the day, what they're telling you is their opinion. They're telling you they're telling you they're people that tell you the way they think it is.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't mean it's fucking what it is. It's just what they think it is. It doesn't mean anything.
But that's good.
Is it?
I want to know who I'm dealing with.
Okay.
And I will appreciate you more whether I agree or disagree if I know who you are.
Okay.
So it would be worse for me to think that you're a certain way and then later I find out you're not. And I'm like, dude, why didn't you fucking tell me? It's fine. We can disagree. You don't have to just tell me that because you think, that's what I want to hear. I always prefer honesty, dude. One way or the other. I think it's better for everybody.
I think it is at the long run. It does hurt sometimes, though.
Yeah. I mean, there's, we talked about it the other day. You could have tact when you do it too, right? You don't have to be mean or hurtful about it. Sometimes the truth hurts, but there, depends how you deliver that truth, right?
Yeah, you don't want to. Yeah, you don't want to really break to somebody down.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, it's still your truth on them.
Right.
It's hard. It's hard.
That's what she said.
Yeah, or maybe that's what she didn't say.
Yeah, maybe not. Number 9, assume that the person you are listening to might know something you don't.
Always.
That's a good one.
Always.
We're always in a hurry to talk, right?
Yeah, not a lot of people listen. Or you know what? It's not even that people don't listen. It's like I'm talking, right? And instead of you listening to what I'm saying, you're thinking of what you're gonna say next.
I was just thinking of what I was going to say next right now.
Yeah.
No, I get it, man. Absolutely. That I am guilty of. I think we all are,
I think we all are.
But
Or you assume what that person's gonna say next too.
yes, and you could miss important details
Or
if you're
they
not listening.
or they're gonna say something completely off what you thought they were gonna say.
Which kind of ties into this next one, number 10. Be precise in your speech. I think that's important.
And very hard to do.
I don't want to be sexist about it here, but this could be a gender thing sometimes too. So I'm direct, right? So I want something pretty much, you're going to know what I want or what I don't want or what I do like or what I don't like. Like my wife's never going to buy me a jersey, right?
She's never gonna buy you a what?
Tom Brady jersey.
I hope not.
Unless it's to burn. So, you got to make clear what you want, what you don't want, what you're after, what I think that's super important. Have you ever been in those situations where something happens and you're like, why didn't you just fucking say so?
I think everybody has. I can't pinpoint one definitely, but I think everybody's been in that situation.
Yeah,
I'm not a mind reader. Haven't you heard that? I'm not a fucking mind reader.
of course. Why didn't you just say so? Just say it. Don't bother children when they're skateboarding.
Does that kind of go like with children are to be seen, not heard?
What does that mean?
It means don't kids shouldn't interrupt adults and just fucking go play your games, go ride your skateboards, be doing your shit. I'm just asking. I'm not. I think it is. I'm not sure.
Maybe. I see my kids playing sometimes and they're doing kind of some dumb stuff. And I'm like, yeah, they're not going to hurt themselves. Or if they are, they're not going to kill themselves. Let them, have a little fun. When I hear my kids playing and laughing uncontrollably, I'm like, all right, dude, that's kind of golden. Let that go.
That's what you want to hear, bro. Laughter. Yeah. You want to hear people laughing. That's never a bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's never a bad thing. Let me, real quick. We didn't grow up with helmets. Right?
No.
Everybody wears helmets now.
My kids don't wear helmets.
Tank, is your daughter going to wear a helmet?
I don't know.
But they should. They should.
Do you think they should?
I don't know. We had them when they were younger, but now I bike every day. And
dude, I've never worn a helmet in my life.
Me either.
Or let's say when you were learning how to roller skate, did you have knee pads and elbow pads and wrist pads and a helmet?
No, but I could have used them. But yeah,
I could have used them, but we're still here, right? Without them.
Yeah.
It's just something. It's just an observation.
Yeah, no, I hear you, dude. You got to get a couple scrapes and bruises.
Definitely.
I really don't know what he means by this one. Pet a cat when you encounter one in the street.
I'm not sure about that one either.
Maybe this means, if you see something cool, just indulge in it for a second. I don't know.
What do you think it is, Tank?
I think it's like, I don't know. Cat, you don't have cats. Or I know Randy or he has now, but
I don't think
yeah.
it's about the cats though. I
All
think
right,
this
bro. I'll just shut the fuck up then.
Ooh. Inside joke 6 episodes ago.
No,
Well, what do you
bro.
think? What do you think it means, Tank?
They just cats want to be pet, bro. I don't know. You.
Are you saying?
I don't know if that's a form of like helping the cat. I don't know. So like if you see somebody that needs help, I don't fucking know.
Could the
Maybe he
cat be a
means.
homeless person asking for money?
So what you're saying is, if you see a little pussy on the street, go ahead and touch it.
Touch it? What?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Does it mean giving money to a homeless person or somebody that's asking for money? Is that petting a cat?
I mean, I wish he said that, dude. He needs to be more precise in his speech. He came up with another 12 rules. I kind of almost like these a little bit more. Do not carelessly denigrate social institutions or creative achievement. You okay there, buddy?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Tank, that was excellent. That was so good.
Do you guys know what this one means?
What was that?
Do
What
not
rule?
carelessly denigrate social institutions or creative achievement.
What number is that?
This is his second list of 12. We're back up to number 1 now.
Oh, shit.
Denigrate is like criticize unfairly.
Mm-hmm. So be careful what you make fun of when we're talking about social institutions or creative achievement.
I guess that's fair. It's like don't judge.
Right. Number 2, I like this one. Imagine who you could be and then aim single-mindedly at that. So if you have something that you really want to be or do, like just go fucking hard in the paint on that one fucking thing.
I don't know about that one.
Sometimes that's the only way to achieve a certain goal.
It is, but
unless you're just so skillful, or that it comes easy. But number 3, do not hide unwanted things in the fog.
Do not, dude. It's very. He leaves it up to interpretation, right?
Yeah, the way I see this one is, so let's say I have a little drinking problem, right? Don't ignore that. Address that. Don't put it like in the background, like, oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. That's not that,
Or downplay it, you mean?
Yeah, like I think this means address issues.
Yeah, like don't put it in the back burner.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I interpret this one.
The fog will clear eventually. It'll bite you.
Exactly. It's not resolving that thing you don't want. It could be somebody in your life. It could be somebody in your life, and you can't put them in the fog. But then when the fog goes away, they're still there. You didn't really resolve it. You just kind of like moved it.
Yeah, you didn't address the issue.
Yeah. Okay, number 4, I've drank too much whiskey tonight, and I can't really interpret this. Notice that opportunity lurks where responsibility has been abdicated. First of all, I need to look up what abdicated is.
It's given up. It's like given up. Like you gave something up.
So
you abdicated the throne.
Where somebody has giving up the responsibility, there is an
Yeah.
opportunity. And how does that work in regular life?
I guess there is. I guess there is a lot of people just take a step back and they don't. Let's say they're in the position to make a decision and they choose not to because they don't want to take the responsibility of making a mistake. And a lot of times you got to step up and be that person that takes control and does make that decision, that hard decision. You know,
So,
let's say this: somebody dies,
mhm.
and nobody wants to make the decision of the funeral, how the funeral is going to be handled, and let's say they left it open, and you don't know what's going on. Somebody's got, and the person you think is the person that's going to make that decision can't make the decision. Somebody has to step up and do that.
Okay. Yeah, so I was thinking this probably applies to either a professional or family
Yeah,
situation.
definitely.
Makes sense. Number 5, a lot of us probably do this, not necessarily everybody here, but people in general probably have done this or do this in their life sometimes. Do not do what you hate.
How do you guys handle this? Let's say you got certain tasks to do, and it's like, dude, I'm real comfortable in doing this one. Let me do the easy one first, and then do the one that's hard after. How many people do the hard one first, get that out of the way, and then move on to the easy?
I think a lot of us are probably guilty of that scenario. I also think about this in work life in general. You know, I've been in some places where I just, damn it, I don't like this job. I got to get out of here. And you probably hang around longer than you have to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's how I was thinking of it. As far as work,
Abandon ideology.
ideology.
Ideology. I had to look that up real quick. You know, I found myself abandoning ideology in a lot of those baseball rules.
Not going with the norm. What's expected.
Yeah,
Where you have
I'm not. I think rules, you know, can change over time. You know, look at how many things have changed just in our life, dude.
So maybe one day you will pick up the opposing team member.
Never,
All right.
never. Number 7 ties in to number 2, I think. Work as hard as you possibly can on at least one thing and see what happens.
Yeah, I see it.
I just think there's no reason to go into anything half-ass. Even like if you're gonna do something, try to do it. You know.
Yeah. Even simple shit like fucking cleaning. You go half-ass, you're probably gonna end up have to doing it again.
Exactly.
Yeah, what is it? El vago trabaja doble.
That's true, dude. And there's so many lazy people that work so hard at being lazy that if they only worked that hard at doing it
and doing it the first time,
you just get it done, dude. Then go, you know, do whatever you want. Just
and
take care.
that happens to all of us. So it's like, oh, I don't want to bend down to get it. I was just, and then it's like, oh fuck, now I have to bend down. You know, it doesn't have to be a big major project. It's like, fuck, if I would have just been down, got it the first time, I wouldn't fucking be doing it, still doing it.
Yeah, you just gotta attack shit.
Yeah, get it over with and move on to the next thing.
Yeah. Number 8, try to make one room in your home as beautiful as possible.
Wasn't
That's
that in the other one?
No. I think Hialeah has created that.
What? I like order.
This is the room you've created as beautiful as possible in your home, I assume.
I've tried. No, a lot of my rooms are very organized. I like organization. I don't
But
like.
this is your room.
This is my room.
Beautiful as possible, he said.
I just like it organized.
All right.
Organized is good.
It is.
Where are we at? We already did this. If old memories still upset you, write them down carefully and completely. I don't get it.
I don't get this one either. I could see it. It almost feels like it's missing something, right? It's like write it down carefully and complete it and let it go.
I assume you will learn something through this process.
I think it's kind of like saying like to talk about it. You know how people bottle shit up?
Okay. Yeah, bottling is not good, right?
Nah,
No. It depends on how you process things though, because I tend to hold things in, process it, get my emotions in. I don't like to address things when I'm mad. It doesn't come out.
Usually not good, yeah.
It doesn't come out right.
But some people are able to discard,
Yes.
process, and discard things easily. They're not bottling it up. They just process it, discarded it,
And move
moved
forward.
on.
Yeah.
Right.
My wife is like that.
It's good.
It's just their way of doing things though. It's
You
not,
know who I am? I'm fucking Bob Gibson, bro. I will come back 15 years later and fucking bean you. Even if you're on my team.
so you don't forget.
I'll forgive,
But I won't forget.
but I won't forget.
I'm the same way.
And I'll probably remind you.
You know what? I wouldn't remind you. I wouldn't remind you and just fuck you.
It's a fault,
Yeah.
you know. Number 10, plan and work diligently to maintain the romance in your relationships.
I think everybody could work harder on this.
Now, what I find interesting about this is he says relationship. Oh, wait, he says relationship singular.
No, yeah, that was just you. I didn't want to say anything.
All right, my bad.
Yeah.
Is there only romance in a sexual way?
No, it doesn't have to only be sexual. It's just
I think romance, yes.
it doesn't have to be sexual though.
How about
Your
in your
par-
bromance?
Your partner.
It doesn't have to be sexual. To be
I think
romantic.
romance has to be with your partner.
Yes.
How about a bromance?
Any relationship, you gotta put work into it.
Whether it be your significant other or friends.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. With your significant other, wife, girlfriend, whatever.
That's a gimme.
Right. But, I do think also there's something to be said with, like, friendships too, like
You have to work at it.
you got to check in with people, I think, even though there's some people, we've talked about it before, you could see them after X amount of years and it's like no time has passed and stuff like that,
But I think that's easier also for guys.
Absolutely.
I think for women, they need that more.
Constant contact.
to consider themselves close.
Mm-hmm. We change so much, man. You supposedly like kind of become a different person every 10 years or so, I've heard.
I believe that.
Yeah, would you say, you're the oldest guy here right now. You're the
Yeah,
oldest goat.
I'm not the person I was at 40. I'm definitely not the person I was at 30, and I'm not even going to mention 20. I'm totally. You just things that you think were important back then aren't as important now, and it's definitely. I agree with that.
Would you say that's a pretty good cycle every 10 years?
I think that's I think
I
that's
heard
a,
every 7.
I think 10's a good. 7 is the 7-year itch. A lot of people say, when you're in a relationship or marriage. I think 10 years is fine. I'm okay with that. 7 as well. It could be 7 as well. Just more than 5.
Tank, 24.
Yeah.
Okay, so your 7 years would be 17. I'll ask both of you the same question. Have you guys ever run into an acquaintance or friend or somebody you had in the past, 7 to 10 years ago, and then you're like, man, I don't even know this person anymore. I don't even know why I was friends with them. I don't even who is this person? Has that ever happened to you?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Because you could go a certain way and they could go a different way, and then when you get back you're like, wow, we're so not where we were before. That gave us a dynamic to be friends, or the situation that we were in at the time led us to cross paths, and now we're in such different. That could lead back to that sports thing we're talking about. Like, these dudes are now millionaires, and then that dude is still in that little town, and like, fuck, we're in different worlds almost, man.
Mm-hmm. You're definitely in different worlds in that situation.
All right, almost done with these rules. Number 11, do not allow yourself to become resentful, deceitful, or arrogant.
You hope. You can only hope, but a lot of people do.
That can be tough, right?
It
Depending
is.
on what's happened to you.
Yeah, definitely. Like the going back to that guy that that rammed his car today in Washington. A lot of people were saying things were coming up about him that he had recently lost his job, and things. It seemed like things weren't going his way. I'm not saying that's what it was. That's what I heard in the news. That could be wrong, but that could leave you to be resentful and putting blame on other people instead of yourself.
Absolutely. Number 12, be grateful in spite of your suffering.
Yeah, dude, definitely.
Things can always be worse, right?
Think somebody always has it worse than you do. I've always heard that. Be thankful for what you have.
Do you think life is about suffering a lot?
The only thing that's guaranteed is taxing, and you're gonna experience pain, either suffering or pain. That's the only thing guaranteed. The only thing that's guaranteed when you're born is you're gonna die, and you're gonna experience pain because not everybody experiences happiness.
There's
And
moments. There's moments of happiness.
but not everybody experiences happiness. Everybody experiences pain.
For sure. Either you're gonna die,
You're gonna die.
you're gonna die for sure.
That's
Like,
a one.
you're
And you're
dying.
gonna experience pain. That's the only other thing that's positive.
Every day you live is one less day you're gonna live.
Right.
So fucking enjoy it. Try to be fucking cool to people. You're gonna see people die around you if you don't die first. But I think it's still important to be grateful, dude. When you get
Definitely.
something good happens, something cool happens, you need to enjoy it.
Be happy when something good happens to somebody else.
I think that was one of the rules.
Don't make it about yourself. You know, a lot of people, oh man, this happened, and then somebody will make a comment, oh yeah, oh that happened, you know, that happened to me too, or this that happened to my son, man. My son's in got accepted to this college. Don't make it about yourself. Make it enjoy their moment, you know?
Yes, there's moments. Some are yours, some are other people's.
Yeah.
Be happy for both of them. Okay, those are fucking pretty good rules, dude. If I could follow some of them. I had some Barrett Jackson cars. I don't think we're going to go into those lists anymore. I could save that for next episode. We've covered a lot, dude. I guess we should talk about the little Nas X things. Tank, I'll let you do that portion before we go. It's more in your wheelhouse. First of all, what do you think about this guy's music? I'm interested to know because, you know, this is more like in your generation.
I don't really listen to him.
You don't listen to, you haven't heard any of his music?
Just the same ones you have.
I got to be honest with you. The only two songs I know of this guy are the Old Town Road and this one that I heard today.
Yeah, the same thing with me. I might know one he has with Cardi B, but I don't even remember his part.
Well, the only two songs I've ever heard of his are pretty fucking catchy. The tunes, the music, you know, all that stuff. But, dude, what is up with that video, dude? Montero.
He's getting us to talk about him.
What's that?
He's getting us to talk about him.
I guess that if that's his goal, yeah. I mean, it was definitely very gay, that's for sure.
Dude, that video was horrible, bro.
A little bit satanic.
I didn't get anything. I didn't get anything satanic. I just thought it was horrible.
Dude, he's riding that devil, and then he kills him, and he puts on his horns.
I must not have watched all the way through the end.
Okay,
then he has the snake. I guess you can interpret it to he's being in the garden. Then the other thing comes up with the third eye. There's a lot of weird stuff in it. Then there's some what do you call that? Like weird markings.
what's up with the
there's-
shoes?
on the tree, there's some shit. I don't know. Those shoes look nice as fuck though.
There are these shoes he's holding right here.
Yeah.
Nike gets restraining order against Lil Nas X Satan shoes blocking all sales. So what is it? He made some shoes that are like Nikes.
They're Air Maxes. They're
Yeah, they're
literally Nikes.
They're
But-
Nikes. He just modified them, right?
Yeah, another company is like making the shoe.
You know, I don't think I have them here. I have some shoes that are also like modified Air Maxes. I don't know if they got in trouble or not. That I bought that I really like. They're based on the Hieroglyphs, which is a rap group. So I guess that's a thing, modifying Nikes.
Yeah, but this one got a lot of bad rep and shit. So I think
Yeah.
Nike's suing that other company now.
They had blood in them.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, they had real blood in them.
Yeah.
His blood.
1 drop of human blood, they said.
His
Oh.
one drop of his human blood.
No. Of human blood.
And where did he get this blood?
I don't fucking know.
So what did he do? Just put his name to it?
Yeah, I guess he approved the design and I don't know.
But,
I mean, they have the check, dude. They have the, what's the name of this thing?
Swoosh.
The swoosh. Well, if there's one thing about Lil Nas X, he didn't fucking like crawl out of that closet slowly. He definitely fucking ran out of that closet, fucking full steam ahead.
But back to the shoes. I'm sorry. Wouldn't
Yeah.
it be more if it was his blood?
What?
Wouldn't it mean more if it was his blood? I want Little Nas's blood on my shoe.
I guess so. Yeah.
I don't want a random person's blood. Anybody could do that. It needs to be Little Nas's. I remember Kiss made a comic book in the 70s, and they supposedly used their blood in the ink to make the comic book. I would want Kiss's blood in the comic book. It's not like, oh yeah, the comic book of Kiss has blood in it, but who the fuck's blood is it? So you would think if you had Little Nas's shoe with human blood, one drop, that human blood came from Little Nas.
What if they were the blood of your enemies?
I would hope it would be a lot of blood, not just a drop.
Which reminds me of the famous words of Conan the Barbarian. What is best in life?
Oh, say it. I never could remember that. I can never memorize that.
I don't have it memorized. I'm going to have to look it up.
I suck. I've always wanted to memorize that. I've never taken the time to do that.
Don't you want to say that to somebody one time?
Yes.
Maybe we should learn it.
It could be our motto for this show.
Yeah, dude. I think it should be.
What's best in life?
The greatest pleasure is to vanquish your enemies and chase... No.
That's not it.
No, that's not it, dude.
To crush your enemies, see them driven before you,
That's it.
to hear the lamentation of their women.
The lamentation of their women.
Say the whole thing again?
To crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and to hear the lamentation of their women.
Fuck yeah, dude. And I ain't helping you up when you fucking fall down.
Yeah, I'm not extending a hand to pick you up off the court. If you're younger, you might do that, but not if you're older.
I want to hear the lamentation of your women.
Yeah. What the fuck is lamentation?
Like, oh no, my
Please don't. Please don't.
Exactly. All right, dude. Last thing before we get out of here, we've been on a long time. What do you guys make of this whole fucking KD, Stephen A is with fucking Westbrook, KD and Michael Rappaport fucking problem, which basically Rappaport sent like a DM to KD, kind of calling him out on some interview why he didn't act a certain way, why he didn't say this, and then he started saying to him, meet me here, basically talking shit in a private setting. Rappaport made it, and tell me KD was fine, in trouble for this later.
Yeah, $50K.
For unprofessional conduct or whatever the NBA wants to call it.
I think it was for offensive and derogatory language, they called it.
Here's my problem with this. Rappaport messaged him first, and he didn't publicly tweet or publicly post or publicly respond. He responded to another man when another man talked to him. And dude, that's something between a man and a man. If you're gonna come at me, and I'm gonna respond, don't bring your fucking lawyers, don't bring, don't put the tweets out there, either come back or don't come back or whatever, dude. But Rappaport's a bitch to me, dude. I'm sorry. That's how I feel about it.
Okay. If that was the case, it's a personal message. Yeah, don't put it out. But let's just say this happens. Because I've seen this. And it didn't happen, but it could have happened. let's say me and Tank have a beef, right? And we direct message each other back and forth, and that's where it is right now, right? But then let's say I talk to you, Randy, dude, look at what this guy did. Look at what he fucking said. And then you put it out and you send it to somebody else and it just keeps moving along. And then you're the one that makes it public. Or somebody down the line makes it public. Whose
Then I'm
fault
an
is it?
idiot
Huh?
because I said, then I'm an idiot because you're my friend. You entrusted to me situation. I always assume in confidence put it out there. I would never do that.
Okay, but that's us. It stays in our circle. But let's say you're in their circle, which we can't relate to. And their circle, somebody does that, and every fucking body knows. Like we're
But
talking about it.
but this was two people, and the person who put it out was one of those two people.
Then that's wrong.
Rappaport, KD, blah 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 blah. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna put this out to hurt you, right? I'm gonna put it out
And
with the
it's pussy.
intent to hurt you.
It's bitch. It's bitch. If that's the way it is, it's bitch.
First of all, Rappaport went at KD first. Then KD responded in private, and then fucking Rappaport ended up putting the DMs up.
And then it's total fucking. You're a fucking media whore.
Yeah.
You want your name out there.
Yeah, because you're irrelevant.
Yeah.
He also got into it with Barstool, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Because of him getting fired by them.
Yeah, a while ago, and then now they talked about this.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. Man up, dude. You're gonna talk shit. Talk shit. You're gonna talk shit. Back it up. You're gonna start some shit. Finish it. You know, but don't start shit and then play victim. You know what I mean?
But that happens.
It happens. You know, it makes you a bitch in my book. You know what I mean? I could be wrong, but in my book, that's a bitch move.
I think in most
You know?
people's books, that's a bitch move.
Fucking handle your business, dude. Don't run and like. You know who does that? Ah, fuck. I don't want to get into this shit. Ex-girlfriends do that. Vengeful ex-girlfriends. Vengeful ex-husbands. Vengeful ex-wives. You know, that's who does that shit, right? Oh, you cheated on me? I'm going to get you fired. Right?
Definitely.
Nah, dude, you're talking shit, dude. You're trying to be like from the streets. You haven't been in the streets in fucking 30 years, you know? Don't try to act hard and then fucking hide behind Twitter and your lawyer, bro.
Dude, Tank, Randy, I got into this conversation recently. You remember when did you ever do a drive-by?
Drive-by shooting?
No, not a drive-by shooting. A
Break
drive-by.
yourself, fool.
You know what a drive-by was back in the day. It wasn't a drive-by shooting. It's when you broke up or your girlfriend broke up with you and you drove by to see if they were home.
The loser drive-by. Yeah.
The loser drive-by. Everybody, that used to be the loser drive-by. Tank, you've never done that, right? Because a drive-by now is what did they,
Fucking Troy pulling up at 2:00.
Hell yeah. We got that late arriving crowd, dog.
a drive-by now is going on their Instagram, on their Facebook, and seeing if what they're putting out there. But back in the day, a drive-by was just going by somebody's house in the middle of the night to see if they were home.
I don't know if there is all this static, by the way.
No, you're sounding great.
Ooh, sounds staticky right now.
You sound a lot better than you did before. But that's what a drive-by used to be back in the day, dude. Just to see if they were home in the middle of the fucking night, and for what reason? And did it make you feel better? I guess if they were home, if the car was there, but you still felt like shit.
Hey, what country are you in, Troy?
Uh,
Hey, Hialeah, we all did that, dude.
Yeah, we all did that.
And yes, you're right. The modern day version of that is looking up their IG,
Right.
looking up their Facebook. You know, that's the modern day. What are you getting at with that?
But then Tank will probably think, dude, how fucking lame was that shit? You drove by people's houses in the middle of the night? What the fuck? Who does that? But then going on somebody's Instagram and seeing what they're posting is basically the same shit. It's just we didn't have that option. Do you see it like that?
We're getting a lot of weird commentary here.
You really play Stained in the shower?
I'm not sure, dude.
I played Jane's Addiction in the shower and standing in the shower pissing.
these guys
No.
are fucking trolls, bro.
Who has the gayest hat, though? That's what I want to know.
Tank. No, probably you. I would have to say you with your little Cobra hat.
You know what? Fuck all y'all, dude. I was gonna say I like all three fucking hats, and they're all three dope. But if you're gonna be that way, dude, you know where to find me, dog.
Drive by.
Favorite comic, bro? What's your favorite comic, dude?
East of West.
Blackest Night. Blackest Night storyline.
East of West.
Don't know what that is. What is that in a nutshell?
It's an Image comic. It's very
He
political.
showed it to you yesterday.
I showed it to you last night.
I wasn't practicing that rule that says pay attention. Like if this person's gonna say something you don't know.
It's East of West. It's by Image Comics. It was written by oh my god, I can't remember his name right now. The artist is anyway, it's very political. It's about a futuristic world, and it's my favorite book. What's up, Troy?
Hey, Jonas, is he super staticky or are we all staticky?
No, it's him.
Yes. You're staticky as shit. I don't know why.
Oh, I don't know.
This guy is gonna rip your headphones off your head, but you don't have headphones on.
Well, Tank does.
You're really picking your teeth on live right now?
He's talking about this thing.
What does Hialeah mean? Dude, Hialeah is the greatest city in America that is not part of America, dude.
It's the Cuban capital of America.
The black hat is ugly as fuck.
Oh,
I disagree, dude. I disagree. That's a dope hat, dude. Put the toothpick down, nasty.
We got trolls, son.
Yes, he sounds bad. There seems to be more people in the chat than watching live right now. I don't know how that's possible. I'm not going to repeat this. This is very hurtful.
Shit. Yeah, we got trolls. We got trolls. It happens.
I'll be back.
I'm 15. How old are you, Killers in the Skies?
He's in disguise. We don't know.
I think it's time to go, Randy.
Time for these guys to go to bed.
This is getting good, right? It's getting good right now, dude.
It's probably like 7 o'clock in the morning for them. Oh, I like 7 Evans is the man. Hiding behind 7 Evans.
He's good. You want to be on the show, 7 Evans? Come on. I'll send you a link.
He's
like
a tough guy.
He's like 10 years old.
All these guys are tough guys, bro.
Can you shut up? Don't watch.
These are the guys watching fucking Preston play Minecraft. I don't know why they're watching us. What else do we have on the docket?
Those guys probably like to dock it.
The chopper.
Get to the chopper.
Get to the chopper.
With the chopper.
You don't even know about the chopper, dude.
You guys are clowns, bro.
You're good people, Troy. You're good people.
We love you all. Just go ahead and like and subscribe. That's all we care about. I don't know. We're not getting into that, dude.
Yeah.
Did we cover it all? Let me read the notes. We talked to the lovely
Oh shit,
Melissa.
we got somebody else. We got Little Handgun.
No, he's been here. He's the one that said.
Oh, he's
Um,
there?
yeah, he's been in here.
What set you from, dog?
Me and Troy is cousins.
South side. I'm repping the South Side Crips tonight, and I'm also repping
Moof.
that Mof. I'll do the quick commercial before we go. We got time for the commercial, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, you got the Andre.
The eighth wonder of the world. Andre the Giant, loyal subjects.
What is that? 3 inches? 2 inches?
That's what she said. I think it's like 3 inches. Right here, I got Iron Studios Red Skull statue from Avengers Endgame.
Nice.
Right here, I've got the Battle Damage T800 art mask from Pure Arts, relatively new company. Over here, I've got, this is my favorite movie, one of my favorite movies of all time, believe it or not, guys, Casablanca. That's the Ingrid Bergman statue that goes with the Humphrey Bogart statue as a set. That's that famous scene when they're getting on the air, when she's going to get on the airplane with Victor Laszlo at the end of the movie. You know what I'm talking about, Hialeah?
Yeah, it's that statue's a black and white, right?
Yes, as the movie was.
Right.
And it's fucking cold outside, guys. I'll fucking say that too.
It is. That's a very nice statue.
Yeah. And then let me remove this.
How tall is that statue?
It's a 12-incher.
Okay.
That's what she said. Over there, I've got the Blitzway Jimi Hendrix 1/6 scale figure. And all this stuff, you could check it out on manofactionfigures.com. If you're in the South Florida area, you could check us out. 27551 South Dixie Highway. You could email us info@manofactionfigures.com. You can call us 305-255-1987. Latin King is very popular. They were popular in Hialeah, dude, back in the day.
Yeah, the freaking Latin Kings, yeah.
You guys ever heard of Nick Gurr? He's a legend around the Lone Star State.
No, I haven't.
No, sorry we haven't. I love WWE. I'm glad you do. So
Okay,
do I.
real quick, who's your favorite wrestler? That's a good question.
Oh yeah, the Macho Man Randy Savage. The cream
Macho Man?
rises to the top. Yeah,
Macho Man's yours?
hell yeah.
Tank?
Also because he's my namesake.
Rey Mysterio.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, mine's just Dusty Rhodes.
Fuck Florida, dude.
Marvin, dude, you're the best, dude. I love the support. Oh, Stone Cold, definitely very good.
All time great, dude.
Yeah, dude, all time great, definitely.
Can I get a cheeseburger?
And that's the bottom line. Cause Stone Cold said so. How about Stone Cold ET? Anything else, guys, before we get the fuck out of here?
Have a great week, man. Be safe, everybody.
Dude, glad to fucking have you back, bro.
Good to be back.
Tank is clearly younger than both you older men.
Wow, that's a great observation there, Killers. You're so observant.
Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he can't read. He doesn't know the name.
Young bucks. Young buck.
Young buck, old goats.
Old goats. All right, dude. Go ahead and I have family in Florida, love WWE, but they are GD.
God damn.
Go do something